Okay.
We just started.
We just started. I thought I was going to be on camera to begin with. I was going to do the introductions.
Yes.
There we go. Look.
Yes.
So now everyone gets to see what we have arranged for you today. So instead of last week's Frodo Baggins,
Leicht andere Besetzung.
I am now kind of Frodo Baggins still, because I look very tiny, like I'm sitting in the lap of the other. But let's get started for real. Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's Victoria 3 stream. I am Björn Blomberg, community manager, and with me on this side I have Martin Wiss Anvard, game director of Victoria 3.
Hello.
And on this side Daniel Tollman, aka Neon DT.
Das ist der Designchef. Und da kann ich schon mal sagen, der kennt das Spiel extrem gut. Es wird nicht mehr sowas passieren.
Well, I feel pretty good about it. I think it's gonna be a really interesting stream, and I can mention that this time, unlike the last stream, we'll be focusing a lot more on playing the game and doing a lot less explaining. So this is not the explain what Victoria 3 is stream, although we'll of course be talking about the decisions we're making and why we're making them. If you're more just want to get a look at the mechanics and so on, and you haven't checked out the stream we did 2 weeks ago, then you should definitely do that at least after this one.
Yes, I've been told that I will be savagely beaten if I pause too often, so let's try to get some gameplay in.
Well, I wouldn't say savagely.
Beating was definitely mentioned, I think.
Yes, but more of a civilized beating.
Right, of course. This is Victoria. This is the age of civilization.
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Shall we get started then?
Yeah, let's hop into the Japanese Shogunat.
Alright. Let's hope that we cannot be the Japanese Shogunat by the time that we end the stream.
Yep.
Aha.
Right, so basically, and that sets up our goal. We're going to try and get through the major restoration, if possible. We're going to try to not be unrecognized anymore, although I'm not sure we'll manage that. We're going to try to build up our economy, maybe do some proto-industrialization, and just generally grow the strength of Japan. Maybe even break out of our isolationism, or be broken out of it, depending on how the AI feels about it.
Yep, we'll certainly give it a go.
I also want to mention that we are playing on very hot code. This is last week's build, as opposed to a build from like a couple of months ago. So everything will be a lot more up to date. You should be able to notice quite a few changes. But also it might be a bit more unstable. Hopefully it shouldn't be. But just a warning, the code is hot, and yeah, it might burn us.
What did I tell you had to say, Martin? What did I tell? I told you before the stream what you had to say.
Oh, I forgot.
Hot, hot, hot!
Ah, yes, hot, hot, hot.
Yes, the hottest of codes.
The hottest of code and the coldest of pizzas.
I love how I appear in the corner there.
Yes, it's very nice. I will also notice that Björn brought snacks, and then he took all the snacks over to his own corner instead of sharing them.
Es gibt
so
wieder
we're definitely
Essensprobleme,
continuing
Leute.
some themes from last time.
Okay. I was gonna hold off with it.
Don't worry about it. I just wanted to make fun of you.
You get this bag. Here, okay, I'll show on the camera here. Ahlgrens Bilar is what we start.
Leute, diese Liebe, kennt ihr das?
Thank you very much, Björn.
So eine Automobilgummibären.
Yeah.
Gibt's nur in Schweden. Super geil. Oder im Ikea.
Pausing on speed 1.
Okay.
Right, so if we want to do this restoration, the first thing we've got to do is activate this journal entry, and we need to kick the Shogunate out of the government to do that. We certainly could do that, although that is also where essentially all of our legitimacy is coming from.
Yeah, the Shogunate has a lot of power.
They certainly
Oddly
do.
enough.
Let's see what would happen if we were to get rid of them. Oh, well.
Okay, ihr seht, Legitimität geht komplett runter,
That would be great.
wenn man den aus der Regierung holt.
That's an excellent question. I'm thinking that maybe we replace the samurai with the monks and maybe try and pass some laws from them, perhaps get some literacy?
Yeah, we might also want to just try and build up our economy a little bit in such a way that maybe the people at the farms don't have all of the power.
That would certainly be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, maybe we should build something. What does the market need?
Okay, also sie wollen Industrie bauen, damit die Farmer geschwächt werden.
Playing Japan is that we are actually isolationist. And what that means is no trade route.
Kein Handel.
What we have in our market is everything we have. We can't import to like shore up shortages, and we can't export to make goods more expensive. So we're just going to have to deal with what we have. The advantage is that other countries can't come up in and wreck up our economic setup. The disadvantage is that we can't, go and unwreck our own mistakes. So we are all in on our own abilities here.
Yes, I'm immediately noticing that we might be able to build some more clothes and furniture factories. Seems like there's a demand for it.
So, das habe ich letztes Mal vermisst, der Blick auf den nationalen Markt. Hier sieht man nämlich durch die Plus-Minus-Symbole, wo gibt's Nachfrage und wo nicht.
Fine, actually. People could use more liquor, but when couldn't they?
And yeah, we could make more tobacco, but on the other hand, tobacco plantations would just strengthen the shogunate. So
exactly, that would employ a lot of aristocrats.
Do that.
Yes.
But yeah, let's get some more consumer industries going and maybe see if we can get the merchant class a little bit more clout.
Yeah, okay, where do we already have some textile mills? Let's take a look at Kansai. What's going on here? Oh, well, that's also producing luxury clothes, which are pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Perhaps if we look at the Kyushu... Oh, that's also...
We're also producing, but the advantage is we do have silk.
We do have silk, yes.
So
it's pretty cheap to do so.
I think it's fine. We can try to just boost things up, and I think we should be able to eat somewhat cheap luxury clothes without our industry suffering too much.
I'm also noticing that we have a little bit of a bureaucracy shortage, so maybe we want to queue up a government administration as well.
Yeah, and there's a second reason we might want government administration.
There is indeed. Let's take a look at this. Yes, we can see here that our taxation capacity is awful. We are barely collecting any taxes at all.
70%.
Well, compared to what we could be collecting if we had...
unter der Steuerkapazität.
Basically, our population is way too big for our bureaucracy, so there's a lot of taxes that just aren't going collected.
Okay.
If we take a peek at our important actions, we can see the
Regierungsgebäude
whole effect
ausbauen.
up there.
Yes.
I got a request from the chat here. Like, they want to know like what changed from the last build we showed, but like we don't need to go through all the changes, I think, but like just to be highlighted, so when you see something, when we encounter something in the game that is new, let's just mention that, I guess.
I would say not to expect massive like gameplay changes, because there's not going to be a lot of massive gameplay changes. Probably the biggest will be changes to interest, which also which this week's dev diary will be about. But also just a lot of like polish, AI, bug fixing, things to just be more active.
Ja, ist klar. Das Spiel ist im Prinzip fertig.
Yeah, we'll see, but as we encounter something, we will definitely talk about it.
Yeah, I think we make way too much money. There needs to be more stuff building. But it's what we learned from Mikael last week.
Yeah, I am noticing that our construction industry is pretty goddamn pathetic.
It is, isn't it? And we seem to have the funds to make some more.
Okay.
I think that we should expand our
Jetzt bin ich mal gespannt, ob das diesmal gut geht. Ausbau der Bauindustrie, aber ich glaube tatsächlich...
Let's put
them to the top of the queue as well.
Do we have the tech for iron frame buildings? I don't think we do.
We do have the
we
tech.
do it.
Let's see how much it would cost us.
I think we might not have any tools, though.
Yes. I'm not sure if we're actually producing tools.
Das sollte man vorher prüfen, ja.
In our market, industrial goods.
Oh, yeah,
no tools. So
75%.
And no iron. So we're going to have to get some mines and tooling industries going if we want to do iron frame buildings.
We certainly are. That's definitely going to be a priority once we're done, I think, with our current queue. Let's queue up maybe a couple of iron mines. Where's a good place to build iron mines? Let's check the production lens and resources and iron.
Yeah, we do not have an absolute ton of iron capacity. We have a bit. Like, enough for our short-term needs, definitely. About 100, which is... It'll do us for a while.
Okay, also es ist schon ein Vorteil von Japan, dass sie überhaupt Eisen haben.
Yeah. What I like about Japan is that it has pretty much all the resources it needs until quite a bit into the game. I think some of the only things it doesn't actually start with are rubber, and does it get oil later?
Don't think so. There shouldn't really be any oil in Japan, so we're gonna have to go abroad for that, which...
also das sind dann die Mid- und Late-Game-Probleme, Gummi und Öl für Japan.
No. Yeah, it seems like there's quite a lot of the things that we lack down in this part of the world, so that's a potential avenue for expansion.
Chat does have a point. We can get some oil from whaling, but that's not going to be enough to run our industries.
Yeah, it's quite difficult to run oil manufacturing based on whales.
Something we're also definitely going to have to do is build up a significant paper industry once we get better government production methods. Which reminds me, we should pick a tech.
Yes, we should pick a tech. I am quite
Jetzt bin ich gespannt.
To academia, but perhaps something on the production side might be useful as well.
I think we're doing better on the production side than we're doing on the social side right now, actually.
Cotton gin is kind of tempting, since having more cotton is nice. It is a construction good.
On the other hand, it's gonna give even more money to the Shogunat.
That's absolutely true, yes.
Maybe actually... So yeah, we do have the better Decentralization unlocked. Let's go for academia, actually. Let's be able to make some universities.
Okay, die sind halt relativ teuer.
Currently, with our laws, we should be able to pick. Yes, we should be able to pick either clergymen or academics working in those universities as well. So we can kind of pick who we want to empower through those.
Also ihr seht, wenn man politisch was vorhat, muss man auch bei der Entwicklung der eigenen Wirtschaft darauf ein bisschen darauf achten, welche Interessensgruppen das stärkt. Also.
Yes, let's chop down some of those cherry blossoms.
Yes, indeed. Let's build a few more. Resources.
Ja, die Tech Trees sind bei allen Ländern meines Wissens gleich. Ja.
So actually, something else we could be doing. I did notice that we have a lot of battalions in reserve. Let's see if we can find a commander who doesn't support the Shogunat. And either one that exists or the one we can recruit and give them a bunch. That's a petite bourgeoisie commander. Interesting.
That is interesting. Do they have a lot of power?
They're
marginalized.
Well, seems a little odd that the Tokugawa is not supporting the Shogunate. That might be a bug.
Yeah, that's probably a bug, yes.
Yes. So let's see if we can get... Yeah, let's not... Maybe not the petite bourgeoisie, but let's recruit the general and see what...
Also sie wollen quasi eine Interessensgruppe.
an intelligentsia.
Oh,
yes.
Das ist perfekt für sie. Ja.
Romantic intelligentsia.
Perfect. Now this is actually interesting.
Okay, also wenn du modernisieren
So
willst,
let's go ahead
Intelligenz ja
and recruit
super.
this guy. And let's give the brainy boys some troops to command.
The Brainy Boys.
Yes, let's do that. So let's
Und indem sie den
let's promote maybe once more.
jetzt befördern, zum großen Anführer machen,
60 battalions in his regiment.
ist sein Einfluss politisch stärker und damit der Einfluss seiner
You guys are
Interessensgruppe.
actually looking for political strength right now.
They're not super strong, but they are certainly not marginalized.
Yeah, they also
they
kind
are
of
pissed.
really hate us.
Yes, they do.
Oh, from leader trait, bandit. Okay. Maybe we should have looked a little closer at this before we decided to go in on the intelligence.
He is at least unpopular.
Fair.
Das ist ein Bandit, den sie da gerade befördert haben.
He has a little accident at some point.
Yeah, almost any other intelligentsia leader might be more preferable for us.
Yes.
Erster kleiner Fehler.
Not my favorite. Definitely not my favorite. Yes, the bandit scholar.
Okay, also deshalb...
I remember in the Australia AAR that I did, I deliberately picked all the bandit pillagers I could to fight my civil wars.
Oh yeah, that was the one where you're trying to create biggest hellscape of all time.
Warte, ich muss mir kurz meine Kaffeetasse holen.
Very nice.
Bin gleich wieder da.
So something else we could be looking into doing is we might want to colonize the rest of Hokkaido.
Ah, yes, that might be a law that we could even... Oh, we could have started passing it if I hadn't kicked the samurai out of government. Maybe we want to put them back in.
How many people is that gonna make mad though?
Some. Quite a few, actually.
Can we have a tree... we actually can have a...
We could, yeah.
Coalition government here and... Sure, it'll drop our legitimacy a little bit, but it'll be
80%
fine.
still good.
Yeah. Let's do
Okay,
this.
sie wollen die Samurai
the
reinholen?
legitimacy bar, isn't that new? From, like, I don't...
Doch,
That's
das ist
fairly-
nicht
was
neu.
that in last week?
Das war
I
da...
think it was broken last time we played. So
Okay.
it's not new exactly, but it's working.
Okay.
So
So
that's
there's
kind
a
of
reason why
like
we can't do this, and it's because we haven't invented colonization.
Oh, right. Well,
do we want to switch our tech, or do we want to research academia first, build some universities, and then use those universities to
I don't think
research
it's-
colonization faster?
that much of a hurry, so let's get the academia and some...
Okay, warum
more
wollten die
brainy boys
Kolonisierung?
first.
Habe ich jetzt gar nicht mitbekommen.
No.
I think
we'll go-
academia is a good initial investment. It makes every other tech faster, so long as you actually build some universities and start using it.
And universities will also mean we get more academics
Ach so,
who tend to
Hokkaido, alles
support
klar.
intelligentsia, which will make the intelligentsia and the bandit scholars stronger. And
Exactly.
we're apparently going all in on the bandit scholars.
Yes, we are. I wouldn't trust governments of my country to them.
Okay.
We have some questions from the chat. I must admit that I am not super well versed in the history of China and Japan, but it seems like a lot of people are commenting on the fact that it seems to be one unified Qing and one unified Japan at the start here. How does that correlate to
Oh,
actual
jetzt kommen
history?
I suppose we could potentially have decided to represent Japan by splitting it up into lots of little daimyos. I think we may have even tried that at some point, and it just didn't end up feeling particularly fun to do so. With our kind of interest group mechanics and such, we feel that it's a much better way of managing things from the player's perspective. So it's better to say have a shogunate and a samurai IG rather than having lots of little different states.
Basically, it could be really argued one way or the other. I think there's maybe some parts of China that should maybe be subject, but
yeah, maybe down in the southeast and
up in the
Mongolia,
the northwest and so on. Yeah. But we will probably look into that at some point. The map is also inevitably going to change post-release.
Yeah, I think I'm happy with the way that Japan is, but China I think could probably use some work.
Yeah, I think if we're going to start splitting up Japan into daimyo, those daimyo would actually need to be able to also tie into the interest groups of Japan. So that would need, which is something that would be super cool, but not really something we have at the moment. So it would probably require more work than just splitting up Japan and calling it.
Also schon ein schönes Thema für ein DLC hier.
China,
Japan.
Yeah, like I usually we get this argument a lot for many of our games, and so I usually just respond also with like sometimes historical accuracy needs to give way for gameplay reasons. Like it is a game first and foremost.
Oh, the British.
So like,
was passiert hier gerade?
Opium Wars.
Opium Wars.
Yes.
Oh.
Here we go.
Die Opiumkriege.
So they want a treaty port. Yep, that makes sense. In fact, that they will. If they get that, they will actually get Hong Kong.
They will not always go for Hong Kong, but they are more likely to go for Hong Kong because it's close to the trade center.
They also, for some reason, want to take this inland state.
That's special.
Open Qing market. That also makes sense. And more operations. Yep.
Yeah, the conquer inland state is a bug for sure, and I have no idea what's going on there.
Okay,
but the other stuff makes perfect sense. It has also been pointed out, and I agree with that we are not using any of our enormous amount of authority.
Oh, that's true. Yes. Okay. What do we want to do?
I'm thinking let's boost our factories to begin with, to make them more profitable.
Alright, so we want to encourage manufacturing.
Yes. Okay, alles klar. Das sind so eine Dekrete, mit denen habe ich persönlich auch wenig gespielt.
Let's open the buildings tab.
Yeah. Okay, so urban buildings, I think. So probably where these text. Oh, we got a lot of paper mills too.
We do actually have a lot.
Encouraging those might be nice.
So, jetzt versuchen sie natürlich
Kansai seems to be a
Fabriken zu finden, von denen sie viele haben.
Yeah.
Yeah, this I think is probably.
Damit ein Dekret besonders effizient ist.
Putting more textile mills there as well.
Cool. Let's see, where are the paper mills as well? Let's start here.
We'll start here. And yeah.
And I think Chubu and
Chubu and Chugoku.
Yes.
Let's take a bit closer look at Chugoku. Oh yeah, this would be a good place for it.
Like there are quite a few like artisan industries in Japan at start. Just very simple production methods and very consumer focused, but still a nice thing.
We can see that they're using merchant guilds which employ shopkeepers rather than the private ownership guilds which use
noch nicht mal
and this is a bit of a downside for us because it does mean that our industries will not really boost up the industrialists who will generally have the reforms that we want, but the petite bourgeoisie who are currently marginalized, and they will be useful, but not as useful as the industrialists. So at some point we should be trying to reform our economy from traditionalism, because traditionalism is not fun.
Oh, it is a terrible, terrible law. Minus 25% taxation capacity, and since taxation capacity is one of our major issues right now, getting rid of this, I think, should be a priority.
Yeah, but there is just about nobody who supports changing the economic system right now.
That's the problem, no?
That's gonna have to wait.
Yes, I think we should probably also build some more construction.
I mean, we have a lot of authority, so also just go nuts with the focuses right now, I should say. We could also be promoting some interest group, actually.
Oh, yes, yes, we should. I think the intelligentsia might be our guys.
We can't suppress the Shogunate because they are in government, and also
okay, jetzt unterstützen sie bestimmte Interessensgruppen?
Because otherwise,
Yes, otherwise I don't think we're going to be able to pass any law ever.
But let's also promote the petite bourgeoisie, because it would help us if they stop being marginalized.
It certainly would, yes.
Right.
Marginalisiert sind die, glaube ich, wenn sie unter 5% Einfluss haben.
Very reactionary, but when you already have a very kind of conservative government, they will actually promote certain liberal reforms. So, for example, they rather like elected bureaucrats or appointed bureaucrats as opposed to hereditary bureaucrats. And that's a really good way of getting some power away from the landowners early on.
I would also say that one of the strongest things they offer is in that same ideology, better tax systems.
Oh yes, that's absolutely vital. You don't really want to be relying on land-based taxation in the long term unless you're running a super agrarian economy.
The reason for that is because land-based taxation largely taxes the peasants, and when you start getting rid of your peasants, you will start getting rid of your tax base.
Exactly. So the more you develop your country, the less taxes you're actually collecting.
Nachvollziehbar.
Cool.
Ihr seht, viel
I
mehr
think we
Innenpolitik.
can save the rest of our authority for now. We might want some consumption taxes once we start burning through our gold reserves, which I'm sure will happen.
Could always tax grain.
Always tax grain. That's gonna make everyone happy.
Yes, I can't imagine why anyone would object to it.
Okay, so I guess we're taxing grain and then we're invading Belgium, right?
Yep, that sounds great to me. What's Belgium doing anyway? Nothing of note.
Yeah. Let's see, actually, can we talk to Belgium? Because I don't think we can.
It seems like we can't really interact with them at all.
I mean, they do speak a funny language. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are not neighbors and we have no mutual interests, so there is nothing that we can do with Belgium.
And here you're gonna get a sneak peek at this week's dev diary, because one of the changes that have happened is that interests now essentially gate all diplomacy. So if you wanna have a if you wanna do diplomatic actions with a country, you will either need to have an interest. Basically, you will need to have an interest where they have an interest, or you will need to be neighbors.
Okay,
so
das
we
ist
would
neu.
either need to have a border with Belgium, or we would need to have an interest in like Europe, or they would need to have an interest over here. Okay, well, the British are taking Beijing, apparently.
Nachvollziehbar.
Yep, they're almost there. The city is right there, just a province.
Oh,
So
wow.
let's have a look at that front. That's 791
791 Bataillone gegen
versus
62.
62.
It does not look the British it does not look like the British are going to win that particular battle.
No, but they have already won several battles.
They have, yes.
So they probably got caught in a bad situation.
Yeah, there is something which is weighing the Qing down a little, and that is... We can find their modifiers. It's one of these. Ah, there we go.
Opium.
Yes, widespread
Sucht.
opium addiction. That has
Aha.
hugely affected their army and also their standard of living as well.
Yeah, and I mean, in general, it's also just a difference in quality between the two armies, because the British have skirmish infantry and mobile artillery, which is like top tier tech. Like, yeah, you can see them absolutely 49 defense versus 4 offense.
Yeah, in terms of quality, the British absolutely have the advantage, plus there's a lot going against the Qing as well.
And of course, the main reason that the British AI would be going
Okay,
for the
jetzt-
capital here
Jetzt
is
haben sie ihre
because they have,
ganzen Bataillone da.
well, they have, besides just the war goal down, because if they only had a 3D port war goal, they wouldn't really need to, they could just capture their war goal, but they have inexplicably decided to grab an inland state, and so they have to occupy Beijing to force China to surrender that inland state. And honestly, I'm kind of on China's side here, because Britain going, yes, you're going to open your market, you're going to give me Hong Kong, and also you're going to cede some mountains in the middle of China. I would also be like, what?
Yeah, and we also really don't want them doing the same to us either.
Oh ja,
No.
das könnte ja natürlich
No,
auch passieren.
no. Although, opening our market wouldn't be so bad.
It wouldn't be the worst thing ever, but with free trade specifically, I think we'd be a little left to the mercy of the markets, right?
This is true.
People could just walk in and take whatever they want from our
But
country.
it does kickstart a major restoration, if I'm not wrong.
I think it can. Yes, I'm not sure it actually starts the journal entry.
Well, it's a part.
but it helps out
It's
later.
more of a thing we need to do, basically. So.
Yes, yes.
But we'll see. We'll see if someone comes knocking with some gunships, because our army is not particularly good either. It's slightly better than the Chinese one, but only because we're not hooked on opium. We're
Yep,
also
that
very
really
backwards.
is the only difference. We have irregular infantry, the worst available. Likewise, we're not using any cannons. We have horses, we have standardized infantry, and we have wound
Blick auf
dressing.
die
What we
Armee.
could do is actually declare an interest in China, if we don't have one already. I think we have
Yeah, we can support more
we
declared
have one
interests.
declared interest we can do.
Warum?
Let's declare interest in like South China, just because the market is there, just so we can see if we can get some notifications about what things are going on.
Okay.
Because that's another thing.
Damit sie
You will
benachrichtigt
only
werden.
get notifications about like diplomatic goings on between other countries in places where you have an interest. So you're not gonna, if you're playing Bhutan and you're completely isolated, nope, you're not gonna get told about the latest goings on in the middle of Europe.
So, er geht
And you
weg,
also
es
can't
läuft
really
auf Stufe
interact
3.
with Europe because you're isolated up in the mountains. I think Tolman just needed a short break, and here comes Björn. Okay, Björn is in charge of Japan.
Ah, that sounds wonderful. I'm like those guys, you know, at the Oscars where people get up as like, oh, seat fillers. Yes, I am a seat filler. So, I am now in control of Japan. This
I am
will go
concerned.
glorious. This will go glorious. So, what are we doing? We are we invading China?
No, we are just declaring an interest in China, Björn.
Okay, so, how do we go about that? Let's see. Now I'm completely lost. I was reading the chat and then I saw Daniel get up
No,
and I was like, okay.
we already did. So you
already
can close that panel. So our interest in China has activated, and yeah, it does appear that the British have captured Beijing. So let's zoom in on that. Yes, they have.
They have.
I suspect that Qing will be folding any day now.
Dame Wiss,
I mean,
jetzt
they
hat er
have
schon
so
wieder so einen
much.
doofen
Why
Bug,
would they,
dass
like,
sie jetzt
who cares
gleich eine
about Beijing?
idiotische
That's not
Provinz
important,
bekommen.
No, of course not. Like,
right? Nah.
not like this British soldier setting fire to the Forbidden City or anything like that.
So, what are we doing? I see that we are not making money. That sounds about right from the Mikael point of view.
Well, we are making
Das ist so
money
gemein.
before construction is considered, so that's okay. And we're only depleting our gold reserves very slowly, so that's also okay. And
Sadly, I have to leave again. I enjoyed this. It was fun to play Vicky. Cool. I'm a seat filler.
Ah. It would have been very impressive and very Björn if you had managed to run Japan into the ground in that 1 minute.
Thankfully, I think he's done minimal damage, I think.
I think you tried to declare war on China, but okie dokie.
That would be deeply unwise, I think.
Nah. I think it would. That's a big brain move. It's just you can't see the whole plan yet.
Maybe we should actually see about doing some diplomacy now as well.
Yeah,
Like, we are
we wanna do
isolationist, but we could, for instance, start improving relations with Britain. Because maybe we don't want
Okay.
them to come knocking on our door as
Großbritannien,
well.
interessant,
That
ja.
absolutely makes sense. Quite a hefty cost of doing that as
Nachvollziehbar.
well.
Yep, we don't have that much influence because we're an unrecognized power. We're not even an unrecognized major power.
Wäre, glaube ich, auch mein erster
Oh,
Schritt
nice,
gewesen,
yeah.
um sich abzusichern.
Regional power.
Mhm.
Ah. Anyone else that we might want to be improving relations with?
Perhaps Russia.
Yeah, Russia.
They tend to
is-
take an interest in Japan.
Exactly, and I think they also have a claim down here. Yes, both of us
Ah,
have
okay.
claims on this.
For the time being, because like eventually, when we go strong enough, we're gonna wanna tackle the
Sachalia.
Europeans. But right now, any one of them could just trample all over us, and there's not much we could do about it. So, let's be diplomatic. It's really in this year.
Yes, it is. Alright, our construction seems to be going quite well. We have a bit of a deficit. But,
Ja, aber das ist okay. Ich meine, sie
Fine
geben
for now.
16.000 jetzt für Bau
You know,
aus.
when have we ever really ran our economy into the ground on stream? I don't think that ever happened.
We would never do that. We're just too good at the game. We're developers, right? We know the
Exactly.
game.
Aber
I think
minus
we also
3000
like the
ist aber völlig okay.
administration at this point, especially when I start colonization. We're gonna
Die werden jetzt auch gleich
Oh,
wieder
we
Geld
were
verdienen, wenn sie
actually-
industrialisieren.
yeah, we
We
have
have one queued up, yes.
That
Let's have a look
should
at our
be-
institution cost though. So each one would cost 311. That's going to take a lot more than we have. Right, so let's queue
But
up
we
a few
can
more
get
then.
started on it without having the bureaucracy.
Yes. but
Okay,
we
das
probably
große
don't want to
Problem
definitely
ist halt
queue up
ihre
once we get it.
Bürokratie, ihre...
And honestly, right now it's a good idea, like you did, to stack them all in one state, because we have tax, like, you might, if you have just like issues with tax capacity in some places, you might want to prioritize those places, but we have issues with tax capacity everywhere.
Yes, plus economy of scale is also a
Yep,
thing.
so economy of scale will help us more by stacking.
Und wenn man in einer Provinz quasi immer weiter ausbaut,
Do we
bekommt man so einen
actually wanna-
Durchsatzbonus.
Get rid of the clergy in our administration, because I think they're still there.
Ah, yeah, they are, aren't they? Okay, so we could either
Ah,
choose
okay.
between administrative clergy or secular administration.
They're gonna get a bit pissy about that,
just a
but
little bit.
let's try it.
Yeah, in fact, let's do that on a national level rather than trying to do this.
Okay, sie schmeißen die Priesterschaft aus der...
So we-
I
think-
just have to
yeah.
interject here,
Bürokratie
since Patrick CXXVIII spent his bits to highlight his question. I guess we should answer it. Is there a music player like in HOI 4 or EU4? I don't think.
There is not a music player right now. There's not going to be one for release. It's something we will definitely want to add at some point post-release. But because this is a new engine version, etc., there's a few things that have prevented us from having it for release. But it's something we're absolutely going to want to add at some point because we have
Okay.
a really cool soundtrack.
Ja, Ich finde persönlich den Player finde ich jetzt gar nicht so wichtig.
Another highlighted questioner. So you're saying any European country could conquer Japan at this moment, but Japan can't do any diplomacy to make allies to stop that?
No, that's not what I'm saying actually. So, I would not say any European country. I would say any European great power. I think, for instance, if a small country was to invade us, then the sheer numbers we have on our side is going to be enough to beat them. Like, I don't think Baden or, two Sicilies even might be able to easily conquer us. But if Britain or if France or if Russia, one of the great powers, comes knocking and we don't have any supporters, that's going to be trouble. Now, I said that right now we can't do any diplomacy because we don't have an interest, but this all depends on where we have an interest, right? For instance, we put an interest in South China. Britain has an interest in South China.
As does Portugal.
Let's see who else has an interest in South China.
Alright, how do we bring that
Strategic
up?
region map.
Also mit denen können wir Diplomatie natürlich betreiben, wo es überschneidende Interessensgebiete gibt.
Yeah. So now we can do diplomacy with the Sikh Empire, not very useful. We can do diplomacy with Britain, we can do diplomacy with Portugal, and we can do diplomacy with China. Let's see if anyone has an interest in Japan besides us.
It seems that it's just Qing
and Russia. Yeah, and that's why we can interact with Russia. So it's not that we have to declare an interest necessarily. They can also declare an interest in us. And we could have, for instance, have said that we have an interest in Europe, which basically means sending Japanese ambassadors to Europe to start drumming up support. But right now, I'm not that worried, and I'm more inclined to keep an eye on how things are going in China than I am to try and build friendship with the French.
I would say that how things are going in China right now is not good for the Chinese.
It's going British. It's tea time.
Yes, it certainly is. That's a lot of British flags.
Yeah, actually, what's the Chinese war support like now?
Let's have a look.
Diese Flaggen, einerseits sieht's cool aus,
it's dropping.
Von Ferne, aber so von Nahen sieht's irgendwie bescheuert aus. Da würde ich lieber die Landschaft gerne sehen.
Let's speed up a little bit.
Indeed.
Yeah, I expect that Qing will certainly lose that war.
Ja.
I expect so as well.
Yeah.
Okay, Afghanistan is in civil war apparently.
Ooh, France is expanding its North African campaign.
Is that a war for France to expand, or is it something they got dragged into?
Let's find out. Oh, France and Turkey, eh? Okay.
Yes.
What's going on here?
Oh, okay, so it's because the Ottomans are the overlord of Tunis.
Aha.
So France is fighting Tunisia and the Ottomans because they want to conquer Tunisia. And they're also taking the opportunity to outlaw slavery and humiliate the Ottoman Empire.
Oh yeah, and the Macedonian treaty port as well. That will certainly shake up the region.
In this current version, the AI is very fond of treaty ports. I merged a fix for it today, but we're not playing on code quite that hot.
Yes, there's limitations to how hot we can make the code for streams.
Yes. This also means that if you have seen the little tweet I did about diplomatic play AI yesterday, that also isn't in the game right now. But it will certainly be in for next stream.
So.
We have academia. Excellent.
Cool.
Let's build some universities, shall we?
I think we need more construction industry, honestly, because
our
construction queue is going slow.
Ja, aber es wird immer teurer. Und der Universität wird erstmal teuer.
You did the pro move.
Yes. Alright, let's build some more universities up here, shall we? How many do we need? 3?
Yep, and I would say let's throw out 1 to 2 more construction sector here and put them at the top as well.
Makes sense to me.
We can also think about
this keyboard is tiny and I keep pressing Windows.
Better method going, but this is the classical thing. It's like, oh, there's so much I can do. You're just gonna end up with a really long construction queue.
Prognose, wenn sie die beiden Büros haben plus die Universitäten, sind sie bei minus 10.000.
We definitely want to take Hokkaido, just so nobody else gets any ideas about it.
Yes, I have seen sometimes AI Japan waiting too long and Russia swoops in.
Mm-hmm. And that is definitely not something we want to happen. We don't want the Russian backdoor into the Shogunat.
I think we're, by the time that we have both of these construction sectors, I think our budget deficit's going to be a little too much. We might want to consider a consumption tax.
How are we looking for radicals?
Okay.
Radicals. We have 1 million of them.
Yeah, but there's 31 million people in our country, so that means that only, what, is it like 3% of people hate us?
Yeah, and it seems like it's trending slightly downwards.
So I think we can eat a
nee, Holzwirtschaft und sowas weiß ich nicht.
Just not make it grain.
Man muss jetzt gucken, was macht die
I think it's good.
Konstruktion teuer. Ist das Holz?
Money. Generally, syntaxes will be the most efficient in terms of authority to money, because people will more readily accept taxing booze than, taxing drugs.
Okay, 10.000
they don't
für
actually need it to live.
Alkohol,
Well,
Steuer.
it dulls the pain, right?
Ist wahrscheinlich ein guter Deal jetzt im Moment.
Oh, we have a shortage.
Oh, stimmt, ihr habt
Tools.
recht.
What are we using tools for?
Holz, ja.
Oh, that's a
Stimmt.
good question.
Okay, ich nehme alles zurück.
Half a buy order.
Oh, right, we
Holz wäre
built
doch
iron
wichtig.
mines.
Oh yes, we did, didn't we? And that takes tools.
Oh
of
no, and we
course.
can't import tools.
Oh, no.
we
Okay, we messed up a bit.
need
Well,
a tooling
let's-
workshop.
Yes, let's build a tooling workshop. Let's put it here, why not?
Let's put it right at the top.
Okay, was jetzt passiert ist, sie
Yes,
haben
yes, right.
Eisenminen gebaut. Die Eisenminen brauchen aber Werkzeuge und die Werkzeuge haben sie
Let's
nicht.
do that before we build
Yeah.
it.
Und jetzt müssen sie schnell
And this
die
is
Werkzeugfabriken bauen.
the trap with isolationism, because you're also so used to playing, especially if you're just talking about importing a few tools or so on, you're very used to playing with a country that can trade. So it's like, okay, I have a small tools shortage.
Genau, normalerweise könntest du jetzt einhandeln, die Werkzeuge, aber das geht hier halt nicht.
Japan cannot do that.
Yeah, in my last game as Galicia, of all places, I had a trade agreement with Spain, so whenever I wanted something, I could simply take it from the Spanish market for no bureaucracy or... what's the other
Oh.
cost for trade? Bureaucracy and
Bureaucracy and like
envoys, right? And tariffs.
Tariffs.
Yes. Yeah, you still have to pay the convoy cost.
Yeah,
but
and
if
convoy
you-
cost.
unless you border, of course. which
Oh
you
hey, Tunisia is French. That's a little early,
Oh, no.
but you know.
It seems like they did not manage to take the treaty port there.
No, it looked like they were not able to invade the Ottomans, so the Ottomans threw them back at Gallipoli, I guess.
And still a very successful British invasion of China. Is that almost? Yeah, that's almost over.
That's almost
And
over.
it seems like Britain will probably be able to enforce most of their war goals, but not all. They will end up taking the mountain province there.
Well, if Qing surrenders, they'll take all of them. This is
yeah.
just what Britain would accept not having war operations right now, if if they could just cut the losses and stop paying for this war. But Qing is apparently being stubborn, so I think they're going to end up getting war operations.
Yeah, I think so as well, since I think it's going to end up at minus 100 before they capitulate.
Ja, auch wenn man die Kriegsziele meistens schon erreicht hat,
Okay, almost done with those tooling workshops.
dauert es
8
noch ein
weeks left.
bisschen, ehe die dann
I see
zustimmen.
treaty ports being mentioned quite a bit in chat. Do you want to talk anything about treaty ports?
Sure, let's actually wait until Britain wins, and then we can talk about what, because I'm quite sure they're gonna get Hong Kong, and we can talk about why they would want Hong Kong.
Yeah,
Das,
it's easier to show
das ist ein ganz
you
interessanter
than tell
Punkt, das weiß ich nämlich auch noch nicht genau.
So
Ich glaube, sie haben dann Zugang
There
zu
we
dem
go.
Park.
There we go.
und
Oh,
so.
they,
Alright.
they actually did capitulate and
Yep.
and agree to a treaty.
Oh no,
There we
yeah,
go.
yeah. They were smart and signed it. Oh my god.
Yeah, let's ignore that. Let's look at this instead.
Schon wieder was.
There we go. Here we have the treaty
Yes.
port of Hong
Das
Kong.
muss ihn
That's just the
ärgern.
really fun thing about AI. You smash one bug and you create another. Right, so Hong Kong is a treaty port. What this means is that Britain now owns a small piece of land here, and they can use it like a normal state. But the most significant thing about it is that they will no longer have to pay tariffs.
Okay.
They can no longer be affected by embargoes, and they no longer have to pay bureaucracy for trading with the Chinese market. Basically, but this does not
Das
go
ist
for the
stark.
Chinese. The Chinese get no advantages in the British market, and the British get all of the advantages in the Chinese market. So
Okay.
treaty ports are very, very powerful when you want to trade with someone and you don't want them to have any tools at their disposal to discourage you, basically.
Yes, this means that Britain can essentially flood China with as much opium as it can
Yes,
possibly produce.
which is why they declared war, essentially.
Yes.
Okay, ja, das ist
Because
der Sinn des
Britain starts with
Opiumkrieges.
a lot of opium export routes to China, and once China bans those routes, the British AI will. The British have like a journal entry which the British AI will try to pursue to get a treaty port or otherwise make sure
Das
that
heißt, ein Embargo
their
kann
the
sie
flow
quasi
of
nicht mehr
opium
treffen.
cannot be stopped.
Ah, das ist ganz cool.
So our iron mines now hopefully should actually be working.
Ja, machen aber Minus.
Yeah, all tooling workshops will
Die
need
arbeiten
gear
ganz
up first.
schlecht.
I
Warum?
also think we're gonna need to subsidize the tooling workshops because we don't have much demand for tools right now.
I don't believe we can subsidize our tooling workshops.
Oh god, we're traditionalists.
We're traditionalists.
No!
Okay, ihr seht, da arbeiten nur
Yeah, we
500
can
oder so.
subsidize Nothing. I think.
Infrastructure and trade centers.
Sie können keine Subventionen
the
jetzt
things that
machen.
you have to subsidize anyway, really.
Well,
This isn't good.
okay. How's the petite bourgeoisie doing?
My guess would be not well, but let's find out. Yeah, not well.
No, well.
No.
Right.
Would anyone even potentially support
Could we get any... Could we... Even agrarianism would be better, even if it's not great.
Yeah, at least it allows us to subsidize something, and it gets us gets rid of that taxation.
Who would
capacity
disapprove
penalty.
of a change to agrarianism?
Well, the
Shogunat
would.
does. Oh,
But they wouldn't. It wouldn't be a revolution. We can annoy them a bit without having to, without a civil war.
Problem is we'd have to get them out of the government, because otherwise they're going to make the chance... Otherwise the chance of passing agrarianism is going to be very remote.
Yeah, that stall chance will be high, but the peasants would at least endorse it, and they're not marginalized.
No. I think we're gonna have to give up on this now and just... What we're basically gonna have to do instead is make sure more things use tools.
Oh,
Okay.
So we've got cotton gin.
Yeah.
Do we get any kind of benefit from the traditionalist? Like, why would you want to be traditionalist?
You probably wouldn't.
No, traditionalism is honestly... It has a small advantage in that it reduces the bureaucracy population cost multiplier. But traditionalism basically represents countries that don't have a organized economy.
Ja.
Where everything
Okay,
is
also was Sie jetzt versuchen wollten, Sie
And
haben Probleme mit Ihrer Werkzeugfabrik, wollten Sie subventionieren, geht aber nicht, weil Sie das Gesetz nicht haben und jetzt sind Sie am Überlegen, wie Sie politisch agieren müssen, damit die Interessensgruppen stark genug sind, um bestimmte Gesetze durchzubringen. Was ziemlich kompliziert ist, wenn du eine so starken Säule hast, wie hier das Shogunat.
Yeah, agrarianism is like the organized version of an agrarian economy, where the state is intentionally trying to focus on plantations, agriculture, and so on. And it's honestly, it's straight up better than traditionalism. This is by design. In most cases, laws are trade-offs, and there's like never one that's clearly better. But there's a few cases like this, like serfdom, quite awful, unless all you ever want to build is plantations. And like farms.
Ja, das ist nur dann sinnvoll, wenn man sich selber als Ziel setzt, Traditionalist bis 1936 zu bleiben oder so. Dann ist das eine Herausforderung.
We do.
And this is why we need the major restoration. Or, if we can manage earlier, then we'll have the... What was the earlier emperor again?
I don't remember his name exactly. I think it begins with a K.
Yeah. So we're gonna need some demand for iron to begin with, so that there can be demand for tools.
Yes.
So we'll need to switch our construction industry, I think.
That's going to be expensive.
It is. I also don't think we have enough iron for it.
No, I think we're going
Probably
to need
better
a
to
lot
check
more
at the
iron.
building instead of the generalized tool, the
you're probably
budget
right.
screen.
Yeah, let's have a look at
So,
our...
Sie versuchen die
Here's the
Nachfrage jetzt
advantage of
für...
putting all our construction
Tools zu
industry in the
erhöhen?
same place. Yeah.
Also
We
Holz,
350.
im Chat wurde es gesagt, Sie müssen was
we
bei
need
Holz
some
machen.
small scale, I think. So we really should have built a second construction industry somewhere else that we could have switched.
Do we have...
Do we have anything
any
else that could
others?
use iron? Oh, actually, we can make a nice loop here. We can make the tooling workshops use iron. This is a start. They can use iron to make tools, which makes iron. So they're providing a little bit of demand for each
Ja,
other.
das sollte
Okay,
man
let's see
sowieso
what
tun.
happens
Ja.
when we do that.
It's not gonna super help, because right now they're still not really very viable.
Aber die machen schon mal Plus, nee, gibt's nicht.
It's increase a little.
Can we activate
Das-
sawmills
Leute,
on the
Guckt
lumber?
euch doch das mal an.
that would-
Holz ist das Problem.
Yes. Maybe not all of them, but at least some.
Der Chat
Yes,
hat's
we
gleich
can.
gesehen. Ja.
Yes, okay, that's going to help with the price of wood a lot.
How many? I think we should
Ja, jetzt haben sie den
activate a
richtigen
few
Punkt.
more, because
Yeah, let's find
now
a
their
few
tooling
more of
workshop's
them.
gonna ramp up.
Okay, also jetzt haben sie bei der Holzproduktion die Produktion geändert, die jetzt Werkzeuge benötigt. Dadurch stellen sie billigeres Holz her, was wiederum die Werkzeuge
They
billiger
don't
macht.
use that much. But let's activate like, yeah, these three are good.
Yes, yeah, and let's leave these ones alone. Okay, and then let's take a look
This
at
will
the
also
price of
help
tools.
with wood being very expensive.
Jetzt haben sie es
Oh,
gesehen.
tools are now quite expensive, but I think the tooling workshop is still
Yeah, it's still
starting
ramping up.
Yeah, it's still hiring.
Jetzt geht aber die...
Price of iron is
now
very
jetzt
low.
läuft's. Jetzt läuft's. Ihr seht, Holz
Oh,
ist jetzt
mining
deutlich
actually.
billiger
That's
geworden.
unfortunate.
Okay. You can pause when we
Ein-
have an event, just so we have time to
Ein
decide on it.
Minenunglück.
I think we might put him in power the peasants here, since they're actually kind of relevant. Yeah. Mines are a blight upon land.
I think let's empower the peasants. Let's be min-maxi. Otherwise the correct thing is obviously always to pick that this is the need for the march of progress.
Yes.
Oh hey, we're actually making money now.
How did that happen?
I suspect that happened through consumption taxes.
You need to remedy that.
Oh, actually, I have a pretty healthy
Langsam
economy.
läuft die Produktion ja auch an die
More
Industrie.
radicals, but it didn't get too bad. Because, no, actually...
I think it dropped, I think. I think it was at 1.3 at some point.
Yeah, I think it might be that our economic growth is like outpacing the...
Ja, man sieht's.
Oh, you know what is also? Our tax capacity is so awful that the amount we're collecting from the liquor tax is actually pitiful compared to the size of the population. So
That's true.
people are just paying us like pocket change, but it's a lot. It adds up, like a lot of Japanese quarters.
Okay, also ihre Steuerkapazität ist so gering, dass die Nachteile der Besteuerung gar nicht durchschlagen.
There, we can see like the hover over the 9.2 for the breakdown. We can see, there's only an average taxation level of 13.1%. That's the cost of the goods. It's pretty decent.
The price of grain is very encouraging. These people can eat.
Yeah, we're actually doing pretty decent on that.
Oh, jetzt ist interessant, sie haben Kolonisierung. Gut.
We have colonization. It may be worth trying to pass.
Let's do it.
Oh, the
oh no!
Why don't they like it? Let's find out.
Is there anything the Shogunat likes?
They're pacifists.
Oh. Wow.
Der Shogun ist Pazifist.
That's.
Das ist scheiße.
We did not start with the luckiest setup here.
No, we did not.
Okay, das scheint ein Zufallsperk
they
zu
really
sein.
do not want us to be colonizing. Oh no.
Okay. I mean, and it radicalizes them, so they're gonna drop out of the government if we do, and then we're
probably
gonna
have a civil war.
and then we're gonna have a civil war over colonizing Hokkaido. Wow, this is.
What if
Okay.
we don't do that?
Let's not. I guess it's like.
Okay, ihr seht also, wie innenpolitische Ausrichtung der machthabenden Interessensgruppen die eigenen Möglichkeiten einschränken. Darauf muss
I
man
don't think
achten.
stock exchange is the way to go. I don't think trade route competitiveness is really at the top of our priorities right now.
No, I would argue not.
No, perhaps a production tech. What do we
I
get?
think let's go for the lad. That's useful.
It is. Oh, we should queue up some more buildings as well.
We have an iron shortage, I think.
Ja, aber ein
wood.
Slot ist frei hier oben.
Wood
Seht
and
ihr.
iron.
And iron.
Oh, okay, we need both. Alright, let's expand iron mines.
But are the iron mines actually working at full capacity?
Let's find out.
Yeah,
Oh,
they are.
no.
Oh, hell yes. They're making bank.
Yes.
Okay, auf jeden Fall. Schaut mal, der Eisenpreis ist sehr hoch. Auf jeden Fall
So
Indikator
what would you
auszubauen.
masterminds say about strategy here? Like, is it better for a country to have a specialized industry, or is it better to have a broad industry producing most of your needs?
That depends entirely on what country you're playing and what you're trying to achieve.
For example, for us, we have to have a generalized industry because
Yes.
we can't
Yeah.
trade.
We can't trade.
Yes.
But if you can trade, and if you have, it also really depends on your resource base. Like for instance, let's say you have a absolute crap ton of sulfur, but no other mining resources. Then what you might want to do is actually just export sulfur because sulfur tends to be in high demand. Or you might want to build up some
Dünger.
industry like a chemical industry and export fertilizer and import some of the other things you need. There is no one answer. It really depends on your resource
Und das macht
base,
diese Wiederspielbarkeit des
trading
Spiels
partners,
so
whether
hoch,
you're
wie ich finde.
market,
Und so interessant.
Definitely whether you're isolationist and just generally also who you're trying to empower in your country. Because if, the more of an industrial base you build up, the stronger you're going to make the industrialists and so on.
Yeah, smaller countries especially can do very well with an export-focused specialized economy.
Absolutely.
But that's also kind of putting your eggs in one basket, because if that particular trade route just doesn't work anymore, then you've got some problems.
Ihr seht übrigens, die Universität
Take a look at this
hat so
highlight.
1000 mindestens gekostet.
So,
Das ist aber
I
okay
think
für sie,
personally
würde ich
that
sagen.
Society should be ruled by
Well,
philosopher kings.
what's our other options there? Let's show.
Do we even need to look at other options? We have philosopher kings.
Oh.
Just for the sake of
Fine.
frame. I'm not saying we're not going to pick the philosopher. So we can get some progress, or we can get some progress on medical degrees, right?
Right.
No, but we should have
We want philosopher
We
kings.
want philosopher emperors.
Yes, we absolutely.
Okay, also mehr
Yeah, that will make our
University,
universities more effective, and it will also mean that our academics
Durchfluss,
are
also
more
höhere Forschung am Ende.
which
That
is
should
exactly
help.
what we want.
Großartig, da haben sie Glück
Yeah,
gehabt.
our intelligence here should certainly be feeling a boost here quite soon. And that
I wish we could make them happier, because they're kind of... Oh no, they don't hate us anymore, so they're not messing up our prestige.
Okay, also das läuft ganz gut, die
now.
Intelligenz ja zu stärken in ihrem Land.
So that's nice. That actually means we have another declare interest to do, I think. No, we don't, because we're isolationist.
Yes.
Damn it.
Yeah, once again, isolationism and traditionalism.
Isolationism!
Yeah. Isolationism, traditionalism, and the Shogunat, I think, are the villains of this piece.
Yes.
Yeah, it sounds like pacifist,
pacifist
isolationists. Sounds like a great combo.
Ist eigentlich ganz
Japan
nett,
just
oder?
wants to be left alone and make anime.
Oh, Portugal's having a bit of an issue down there with the aristocratic revolt.
Mhm.
Yeah, and we got a notification about that because we share an interest with Portugal down there.
Precisely. There is no great... What state is that? I just want to know.
Which one?
The one they took.
This
British
is
guys, though, I'm sure I butchered that. It's not real and cannot hurt you. That is my official stance. Now we should stop looking at it.
Yeah, it's not real and it has 39% radical.
I suspect there's going to be a secession movement there eventually.
Yeah.
I also don't think they'll be able to reach it, so it should probably just affect back to China eventually.
I hope so, anyway.
Das ist ihm sichtbar peinlich, die
Right,
Aktion.
we are expanding our industries here. Let's see how these iron mines are going.
Okay,
I think we
mehr.
may have overdone it.
Haben sie es
Oh, no.
übertrieben?
Okay, now it's
Nein.
very, very expensive again.
Nein.
Oh, it's because the employment is bouncing around.
Yeah, they have no laborers. Right.
We should activate some better construction methods. That way we can use more iron.
Haben die
Right,
keine
we should do
Arbeiter
that.
mehr
Do
dort?
we
Das
have
muss man auch
more
prüfen, aber es geht hoch.
construction?
Seht ihr links
No,
unten?
I think we do. I think we have one. Chubu has
Let's
one.
activate it.
So if we activate this, that should definitely generate a lot more demand.
And we can
There
also
go.
activate it in all our sawmills to help with our wood shortage.
Yes, you're right. Let's do that.
Okay, sie haben definitiv... Also, Japan ist echt interessant, weil du wirklich nur mit deinem Kram spielen musst, was du hast.
Camps are right
Das ist
here.
sehr heikel
Let's give them all
auszubalancieren.
Yes.
Weil ansonsten würdest du halt immer über den Handel das ganz gut
And we can keep an eye on
gemanagt
this
kriegen.
and
There we go. That's much better.
in the monthly price report as well. Like right now we're a bit too busy talking and looking at chat and so on, but as you've probably noticed, you get a little concise report of price changes every month, which is
Oh, there it is.
super useful.
Yeah, tools are much more expensive. Iron is really expensive. Oil is slightly cheaper somehow.
Yeah, I mean oil. We have some whaling industries.
We do.
And we have some pops buying oil, but it's not very profitable.
Ja, das ist jetzt,
Yeah, whaling stations are not doing.
das ist
so
jetzt
well.
kein
There's
so
not really a lot
großes
of
Thema,
useful
ehrlich
oil,
gesagt,
and
würde ich
They
sagen.
produce some meat.
They make some meat, yeah.
Aber diese
Will Mount Fuji ever
Werkzeuggeschichte,
erupt, I wonder?
das müssen sie irgendwie
It's
managen.
been smoking very ominously for quite some time now.
Oh no!
The Mount Fuji? We definitely have volcanic eruptions in the game. I am not 100% sure
Okay,
if
es
Japan
gibt
can be a target for
Vulkanausbrüche.
that, but it's a thing that is in the game.
Das höre ich auch zum ersten Mal.
So, this devout man, what's his ideology?
Sie müssen, um handeln zu können, müssen sie ihre Isolierung aufheben. Und das heißt die gesamte Reform
We
ihres
don't care
Staatswesens.
about this affair.
Siehe
Go ahead and
japanische
have-
Geschichte.
Having affairs as long as you wanna get rid of the serfs. You can even have affairs with serfs.
Can you encourage oil consumption so pops use less wood for heating?
There is no direct way to do that right now. You can encourage it by basically having more oil in the market. But right now, there's just a lot of like alternatives, and oil is only available in small quantities, so they're not buying a lot of it.
It seems like we could definitely use more tools now, actually.
Yes,
Yeah, that
also-
makes it more.
because the tooling industries are fully employed, right?
Let's take a look.
Und so steigert sich das immer gegenseitig hoch. Es ist ganz schwer, da eine gute
Yeah,
Balance.
we only have one of them. It's fully employed, and the price is high. Maybe
Go ahead and
two more.
improve that.
Das kann man
We have a
problemlos
request
ausbauen.
from a production booth as well. There are some requests that they want to see the little notifications in the bottom right corner, which is currently hidden by Martin.
Ja,
I don't know if it's
Oh, right, we're talking
Oh,
about
so
the price
we-
report, and I was
right.
covering it up.
ja,
Okay.
Gott.
Can we move us to the other side of the screen or something?
Nein.
we'll see if production can.
Dann guckt ihr aus dem Bildschirm. Das könnt ihr
there
nicht
is
machen.
some kind of heated
Yes.
discussion.
You go You go figure out what's going on there.
Yep, now we got the attention. Like we have a request to see the bottom right corner of the screen a little.
Ach, das ist nicht so wichtig, Leute.
Notifications there that we were talking about, but they were hidden behind Martin.
Yes. So you picked atmospheric
Es gibt
engine?
keine Erschöpfung von
Yes, I
Holz.
did, and that can improve our mine.
Es gibt nur
We
eine
have coal.
Maximalkapazität
I don't think
des
we have
Ausbaus,
potential.
aber es
we
erschöpft
absolutely
sich
have
nicht.
potential for coal. Yes, we have that potential in
Yeah,
Kyushu.
Kyushu and Hokkaido.
Oh yes, and
Cool.
Hokkaido up there
Good,
as well.
because that's gonna be needed for the atmospheric engine.
Yes.
I think we have some new production methods for our factories as well.
Oh, let's see. Oh, we could use yes, those lathes.
More
yes.
tools. Well, right now
That would be a good idea, I think.
it would actually be, as long as we don't
Yeah.
get a tool shortage. But it doesn't say we will, so
Well, even if we do, we're building more tools.
cool. Go ahead.
Okay, bessere
I
Produktion für die
We don't
Möbelindustrie.
have lead, so
yeah.
no leaded
Do we
glass.
have any lead in Japan at
Our
all?
our poor pops will just have to not to drink lead. Which
This
I
is
think
an option for later, though. We do have plenty of lead in Japan.
Mhm.
Lots of lead in Japan.
Cool. But I think we also had something new for dye workshops. And then the question, like, with textile mills can probably have dye workshops now. I don't think we had dye, but I'm
Ooh.
fairly certain. Oh,
No, we have dye. We're already
Awesome.
making it, and it's cheap.
Now we're finding out what's actually really nice about Japan. It's
Yeah.
because this is one of the issues you can have as a European power if you don't have colonies. Is there's quite a few plantation goods like dye and silk and so on that you have to import or grab colonies for, whereas we just have it. So we are really good for building up a consumer industry. Limited potential for heavy industry, but it's still there.
Another advantage of dye workshops is that it allows us, well, it forces us to
Ah.
switch our production methods
Now
to
we get
privately owned,
capitalists.
and we have capitalists. Yes. That hopefully will make the industrialists slightly more
Eins-
powerful.
1,3%.
I don't think it's gonna be enough,
No.
especially not with traditionalism being an.
Also die ersten
One of the
Kapitalisten sind da.
problems is we just have so many laws stacking power for the aristocracy right now.
Exactly.
So we're gonna have to do some political reform if. Yeah, it's kind of a.
50% from serfdom, another 25% from monarchy. Aristocrats get power from autocracy, which
Hereditary
indirectly-
bureaucrats.
Hereditary bureaucrats as well. Peasant levies, local police force. We have every
So
single
here's
law.
a question:
that
could
does
we
this.
reform our army?
Oh, very possibly.
Guess
Yes, we
Oh.
could. The samurai would endorse
yes,
this.
because I was thinking the samurai will not, or rather the shogunate isn't gonna care because the leader is a pacifist.
Hahaha,
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
das ist interessant.
They- so a
Okay, die
pacifist
erste
actually
politische
prefer
Reform, die sie
models
jetzt
where
durchsetzen
you
können.
don't conscript a lot of poor people.
Precisely, yeah. They would actually endorse national militia, which I don't think is the way that we want to go right now.
It would be interesting for a full, like, stay in Japan run, but not so good for expanding, because national militia sharply limits the size of your barracks,
Yep.
but gives you a massive pool of conscripts. It's basically the Switzerland army model.
Mozul, ja, man kann auch zu viel Fabriken bauen, wenn man keine Arbeiter hat, sind die unterbesetzt, jawohl.
Professional army if it wants to have a more aggressive colonial empire.
Well, no, they can still be aggressive. It's just that they have to raise a lot of conscripts, which
Yeah.
make their wars very expensive unless they can build up a war industry.
Yeah, and it takes quite a while to mobilize conscripts as well, especially with large numbers of them.
I think we need to appease the crowd a little bit. We get a lot of requests to see the journal.
The journal. Okay, sure. What do we have in here? So we can expand the whaling industry. We can start becoming
Das sind so
liberal,
spezielle Ziele, die so ein
or
Land
we
haben
can
kann.
look at urbanizing the Japanese shogunate.
Let's
I
see
think
if we-
we're very far away from completing this one.
What
Teilweise
about the
spezifisch
liberals?
für das Land,
That doesn't
teilweise so
actually
allgemeine
our
Natur.
requirements.
It does, doesn't it?
Let's pin it for now.
Sure.
I think it's also the whaling industry is very Japanese.
It is, isn't it? And I don't think it would be very difficult.
Naja,
to-
nicht so wie Missionen, eher so wie Entscheidungen.
Although we
bei
would
GOP.
have to ensure that the whaling industries are profitable, and that might be a
Bisschen
little
wie
harder.
Mission.
I think they're making a profit because meat is was fairly expensive.
Let's take a look. That's in rural, I think. Yes. No.
Oh, well. Yeah, the productivity is. Part of the problem is that clippers is expensive also.
Yes, yeah.
So we're gonna have to improve our clipper
Das Problem ist,
industry.
dass dieses
Let's put
Öl
that one on the back burner.
halt
but
super
let's
billig
find it.
ist, deswegen macht die
Oh,
Wahlindustrie
we need
keinen
to,
kein
put some
Gewinn.
stuff in our construction.
Man bräuchte mehr Verbraucher von diesem
Oh, these
Walöl.
tools workshops are doing very
Um
well.
sie
I don't think we need to have
gewinnträchtig
any
zu
more
machen.
than the one that we've queued up. What about the iron mines over here? How are they doing? They could be cheaper. Let's have one more over there.
Tell you what, why don't we put the iron mines and the tooling workshops on auto expand?
That is an excellent idea, actually.
So
Yes.
that this stuff handles itself.
Yeah, I think
Because
so.
now, once their cash reserves are full and they're being profitable, they would just add themselves to the construction queue.
Okay.
Oh no.
Gibt ein Automatisierungsfeature. Wenn die Cash-Reserven voll sind, habt ihr gehört.
We don't like.
Und wenn sie Gewinne machen, machen sie es
I do
selber.
like the Romantic Explorer is
Can we
alive and
see?
well.
Can we check our other options for generals right now? We might even have someone from like the armed forces or something. Yes,
we have one from the
because we
samurai.
want to boost the samurai. So let's do that.
Okay. Jetzt lieber doch einen anderen General.
Promote him a little. Do we need to promote him twice, or is just once enough?
Let's promote him twice and give them half the army each.
Right, there we go, 53, 52.
And this will also really help us if we're going to fight the Shogunat at some point, because we're not like promoting Shogunat commanders, which would cause a lot of issues if we're going to end up fighting the Shogunat.
Yes, although also worth noting, later on down the Meiji Restoration path, you also do need to retire the samurai and reform them into a more professional fighting force.
But for now, they're useful.
Okay.
yes,
They're useful idiots.
they are useful.
Später werden die Samurai wieder fallen gelassen.
Yep, I see here in the chat that it's not only me hearing those Discord notifications. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so apologies for the Discord notifications. They will be sorted out.
Mandatory service.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have unlocked National Militia, Enlistment Effort, and Line Infantry.
Okay.
Well, no, we have
it
not unlocked.
leads
It leads to Line Infantry,
Leads.
rather.
Yes.
So we could be National Militia now, but we really don't. We're happy with the professional army. Our success on that is not great, so let's hope this goes well.
Oh, yes. Oh, well, at least nothing bad is probably
No,
gonna happen,
we
but it's
might-
going to be a slow process.
Also bei
Well,
bei neuen Gesetzen
well,
gibt es immer so
things go badly.
Checkpoints, die erreicht werden. Das heißt, da gibt es eine Erfolgschance.
But
Yes.
Sieht aber nicht so toll
let's
aus.
hope. And then have our hopes
8,5%.
Okay. Opposition members put forth demands.
Und dann gibt es meistens ein
the
Event,
peasants might help us out here.
was die Debatte
Right.
betrifft.
The samurai could get quite annoyed, but that is a pretty
well,
good boost.
but aren't the samurai very happy because we're changing to a professional army right now?
That is a good point, yes. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're very loyal. I think it's fine.
They will deal with it.
Yep.
Okay. Und dann kann man halt mit bestimmten
That really boosts our
Debattenentscheidungen
chance of success now.
That
das
helps
nächste
a
Mal
lot,
den Erfolg
yes.
steigern.
Yeah,
Oder
20%
manchmal geht er auch
chance
runter,
of
wenn man
success.
entsprechend anders entscheidet. Das
Cool.
heißt, im
Oh,
Laufe
we're
der
not doing
Zeit
anything either. I
kann
guess
man durch die
automatic
Debatten
construction has
quasi die
determined
Stimmung, die
more
politische
of,
Stimmung im Land
It's
ändern.
probably that they haven't filled their cash
Mit
reserves.
bestimmten Nachteilen.
Yeah, they haven't, and also I think one more would probably make it
Und so
unprofitable.
setzt man mit der Zeit dann
So-
Gesetze durch.
What do we need
Let's,
to build?
Yeah, what do we want to build here? I think there's a lot of things we could be building.
Yeah, there's so many options here.
Okay, jetzt haben sie nichts mehr
More
We could always
consume-
build more
in der
consumer goods,
Baureihe.
I would even say put those on auto-expand as well, for the time being.
Yeah, that's probably worthwhile. So
Because right now we're doing really well on the economy side of things. I also think we could use with some more clippers, honestly.
Clipper?
yeah,
We
you're
probably don't want
right.
to auto-expand that, but let's give it
Naja,
an expansion or two.
ist eigentlich
Yeah.
Durchschnittspreis,
I
würde
think
ich
one should
jetzt
do it since we only have two, I think, in the entire country.
würde ich jetzt nicht unbedingt.
We could also get some
steigern.
leaded glass if we had a little lead mine. So
Oh, yes, we could. Let's see. We can get lead
Yeah,
mines right down
glass.
here, so let's do that. Maybe two for now.
where is our main mining hub? Is it in the same state as our...
I think they're kind of distributed around.
Mhm.
So we have our iron mines in Kanto, and we have or is that the only mines we have?
Yeah, let's promote the mining industries in Kanto if we're not already promoting the manufacturing industries there.
Let's see. Oh, no, we're not. So let's do
Um,
that. So we
die-
want resource industries, which will also affect our logging camps.
Mhm.
Diese
Logging
Tech-Einblendung
camps are-
sollte man sich schon ein bisschen länger angucken, weil man da halt neue Sachen machen
Starting to
kann.
get a little budding private economy here.
Aber klar.
Still a baby, but it's growing.
Yeah, we're experiencing the first rise of Japanese capitalism.
We get
Holz
some
läuft auch gut.
widespread concern in the chat about the slightly decreasing population of Japan. Do you have an explanation to why our population seems
It's
to be
flat.
It's pretty
Minus
it was,
0,24%.
30.8 a little bit ago. Yeah, you see, it's slowly shrinking. It's
Yeah.
been doing that for a while.
I mean,
It
the
is-
Japanese population grew a lot between 1836 and 1936, but to my knowledge, population growth was relatively stagnant at the start of the era, and then really kicked off with a whole bunch of different reform packages. I am paraphrasing this from my head, so I might not be totally right about this.
That sounds about right to me.
And I do
think feudal economies in general tend not to have a lot of population growth.
And I do think the population growth is a bit low in general in the world right now. We don't really end up... This is something we're aware of and looking at, but it's not like a massive population crash.
Hängt meistens auch vom Lebensstandard ab.
We want to get our standard of living up.
Genau.
Things aren't so good right now.
Sagt er gerade.
You know what we could be doing?
What could we be doing?
We could be trying to make more people literate, so that they support more progressive. But we can't actually expand it right now because we don't have the tech for it.
So we would need for that empiricism. Yes, empiricism would help.
Yes.
Yeah, that could be our next tech.
Let's do that. Let's put some effort into social techs after this, because I think right now we're doing good on expanding our economy, but we're starting to fall behind on the social side of things.
Yes, I think, yeah.
Oh, and our number of radicals actually decreasing, I think, as a result of growing the economy. Let's hover over the number inside and see the reasons.
So we can see that a lot of people.
Yeah.
Well,
okay,
people
so
are dying.
It's mostly just that angry old people are dying off by being old. So
okay, ihr seht, die Radikalen nehmen ab, weil
see, population decline is
die alten japanischen Meckerköpfe
I
sterben.
mean, the population decline is small. This is just a natural thing. It's like if you had a bunch of people who became radical and there's not continuing to grow, then eventually all of those people will die off because people die of old age. Here's facts you learn on Victoria streams.
This is an educational program. Almost there. And, backroom dealings, eh?
Okay, es geht jetzt wieder um die Debatte.
It seems like the samurai who are supporting
Es war wieder kein Erfolg. Gibt wieder...
Okay.
Und jetzt ein negatives Ereignis.
Both of these options are pretty negative. Losing 5% bureaucracy will...
Yeah, I would rather take the bureaucracy hits right now, and...
Das gibt's halt auch.
Enactment success chance. So let's go for that.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Ihr seht aber, die Chance ist jetzt wieder auf 13% gesunken.
Oh no, we have a big stall chance now.
Oh no! Has our pacifist leader died?
I think he died. He's a slaver now.
Oh, wir haben... Es gibt einen neuen Shogun.
That's a bug.
Yeah, that is a bug. Yeah.
Okay, let's take stock of this. Okay, I think we need to abandon our efforts to pass professional... Or let's see if we can succeed. But there is a good chance that this is gonna go down to 0.
Yes.
And if we go down to 0...
Not good.
But, here's the advantage. Now we can pass colonialism.
Ah!
So,
yes, right.
Okay, also jetzt mischt sich der Shogun ein und sorgt dafür, dass das Gesetz nicht durchkommt, weil er kein Pazifist mehr ist. Ich weiß nicht, ob er gestorben ist oder ob Trade sich geändert hat. Ist nicht ganz klar.
Yes.
And no, we will not be implementing slavery.
No, we absolutely do not want slavery. Although it would be pretty easy to pass. Yeah.
Well, no, really. There's a lot of people that oppose it as well.
Okay, fine.
It's actually
radicalize.
It's actually gonna absolutely cause a civil war.
Right.
100%.
Yeah.
Because people tend to have strong opinions on slavery for some reason.
Yeah. It's almost like people don't want to be.
Was mir tatsächlich persönlich noch nicht ganz klar ist, ab wann jetzt wirklich der Civil War startet, also wie radikalisiert, wie viele Radikale musst du haben im Land? Keine Ahnung.
I mean, why not?
For one thing, it tends to decrease your standard of living.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's to me, it's like it's lack of enlightenment.
Das ist nicht der Shogun selbst, sondern der Parteiführer der Shogun-Loyalisten. Okay. Stimmt, kann sein, ja.
You can all use the lens.
Yeah, we can
That's usually what I do when...
Yeah. Alright, let's go... So
Guter Hinweis, ja.
Where are they? There's some over here, so let's build another
Yeah, let's throw a few more out in Kansai.
We could also expand that, really.
Yeah, I think this makes sense.
Yeah. Let's do it this way instead. Whenever Sword gets expensive, we just kind of want to press the button anyway, so, yeah.
Are we not gonna have any dealings with Britain soon? Because I'm waiting here to LARP some British.
Man, so let's see. Let's see what Britain thinks of us.
Yeah.
Because interesting. They actually like us.
They like us.
Okay, alles klar.
So we might actually want to pursue a closer relationship with them, because one advantage is if we really befriend Britain, then we can intentionally trigger a civil war with the Shogunate and try to pull Britain in and have them help us reform our country by beating up the Shogunate.
Yes, I think that would be a good idea. Yeah, civil wars are a lot easier if you can get someone from the outside to help you out.
Gut, sie wollen also die Briten
Yeah, so let's see, will
reinholen,
they accept anything
um den
with us
Shogun
right now? I'm
loszuwerden.
guessing they will not accept a defensive pact or something like that. We unfortunately can't do a trade agreement.
Yeah.
No.
So now,
We-
now when you're dealing with the Brits, then I do this like. Then you need to eat off-brand Jaffa cakes, like in true British fashion.
So
Er ist
one way
richtig
that we
begeistert.
could encourage, well, one way that is theoretically possible to make Britain like us more is to have a closer trading relationship with them, which is impossible for us since
Because
we
we
have
can't trade.
isolationism, and we cannot trade.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to expand
Briten
our
würden-
relations anymore.
Improve relations as much as we can with them, though.
We have,
So we can stop
yeah.
improving relations with them and
Russia too.
Russia now.
Mehr als
What do we
50
do
Verbesserungen
with
gibt's
all this
nicht.
surplus influence?
I mean, well, yes,
China?
get infamy decay. That'll help us.
Yeah, we have so much infamy right now.
Can we do anything?
Oh, China does not like us.
Well, that's on them.
It is on them.
I don't think anything. I don't think China is something we should be really worrying about right now,
No.
unless we're looking to expand, which we're not doing right now.
Ooh, the Kazakhs are rising up.
Aha.
But what about Russia? What does Russia think of us?
Let's see. Russia. They
They're
are.
cautious.
Yeah, they're a little more neutral about us. Relations are good, but they don't particularly like us from a diplomatic point of view.
Wahrscheinlich wegen den
Here's
Inseln
a
dort.
crazy idea.
Yep.
Could we bankroll Britain?
Bankroll Britain as Japan. Well, that is a crazy idea. I'll give you that.
There's an interesting development in Denmark there, I'd say.
Preußen.
Oh no, we.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep, that is the ideal Denmark.
Russia, I think your priorities are mildly confused here.
I
You should
disagree.
probably have taken Schleswig-Holstein and not. I
No.
see.
The annexation of Denmark
Yes.
should
Oh,
be the top
okay.
priority for any nation. But yeah, we
Typischer
cannot
Schwede.
start bankrolling
We don't
because
have
we haven't invented banks.
But hold on,
You can't bankroll someone without a bank.
that is true. But the cost. So
That would be expensive.
it would be expensive, but if you look at what it does down there,
Oh, we could get an obligation.
Ja,
Right.
1% Chance, dass es
bribe.
klappt.
basically Britain. We could bribe Britain in the hopes that Britain would get an obligation which we could use to pull them into a civil war.
Yeah, so that would only be relevant if,
If they have an interest,
They have an
in us,
interest,
which they don't.
we could do that with Russia, perhaps, but they're
Yeah.
less disposed towards us.
Still, if we have an obligation, they will almost certainly support us.
1%.
Yeah,
But we'll need central banking for that.
we will.
Let's keep that crazy idea in mind.
Ja,
Pretty crazy idea.
das ist
I don't know how we would afford this. What is your economic
Das-
plan to make
Das
this
ist doch
viable?
eine Quatsch-Idee.
Is it tax grain? That's the only way that it would work, I think.
Build more construction sectors?
That seems like the opposite of help.
No. Listen, I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm just saying it's an idea.
It is an idea, I will give you that. It's bold and innovative. Just not good.
Alright.
Alright, we've got those lead mines going up now. I think
Yes.
that means that we should probably switch our production methods in our glass
Mhm.
manufacturers.
I do have another idea.
Okay.
What if,
Nee, das ist,
started
glaube ich, nicht
building
Übernahme
up our
von
army.
Schulden, sondern quasi einfach
and then beating up China
so
for
eine Art
cooperation?
Subventionierung, Dauersubventionierung des
That
Landes.
would get us a lot of money, yes. Do they still have their,
was
their
wollten Sie jetzt
terrible
tun?
opium modifier?
They-
have the ban, they have... no,
It's gone,
don't.
but
No.
but here's the thing. Not right now, because our army is also awful. But let's start getting some... And we have some priorities out of it, the research. But let's start actually modernizing our army.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I think that should also increase the power of the samurai as well. Okay, so what could we do here? We could start making cannons, that would be an
In which
idea.
case we need to build artillery, and we could...
Yeah,
we
and
don't
if we're going to do that, then we might as well switch to line infantry as well, which
Absolutely.
takes small arms, also
So
produced by the same
let's
program.
go ahead and research line infantry soon. And
Okay,
start
sie wollen jetzt
modernizing our
militärisch
army.
gegen
We do
China
that right
vorgehen,
now,
habe
in
ich
fact,
gerade
we're already getting
mitbekommen.
tech spread for it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And that would also, that would give us line infantry in both barracks and conscription centers.
And we
we
have
need to
gunsmithing,
sets.
so we should be an artillery. So let's build let's build up some military industries in the meanwhile.
Yes.
Gut, also jetzt bauen sie das
Build
Militär
it,
aus. Das
build
allerdings
the capital.
wird dann ein
How we
bisschen
doing for
teuer,
infrastructure? We're fine.
weil sie verkaufen das ja nicht, sondern konsumieren es einfach für die eigene Armee.
Yes.
Und das belastet
People
die
are a bit
Bilanz.
concerned about the success chance there of your professional army law
Oh,
pass.
it's not good.
Oh,
we must
okay.
have stalled. Yeah, I think we
0%.
stalled
Yeah,
by-
we got a notification about that. this is kind of the downside of playing on stream. There's a lot going on at once. But let's cancel this. We're not going to succeed.
Right, let's have a look at colonization, though.
Yes.
Because that might actually work this time. Right, so
Okay.
we could do resettlement, or we could do exploitation.
Das ist aber auch nicht
Exploitation
so
has
toll.
more support.
Exploitation would radicalize the peasants, though.
Yeah, but they're not strong enough to cause a civil war on their
In
own.
fact, both of them would, so, you know, whatever.
Screw it.
Wird auch ewig
They're
dauern.
not strong enough to cause a civil war on their own. When has a peasant revolt ever disrupted a nation?
Not even once.
No, I can't think of a single example. Oh, we're having a bureaucratic shortfall. Are we expanding an institution? Oh yes, of course we are, because we're enacting the law.
But yeah, so the thing with beating up China for money is we're really gonna have to focus on
Okay.
small and very efficient army. Because if we mobilize the entire army of Japan, that's going to cost way more than we will ever get.
Die
of
wollen
one
von
for it.
China
So we'll
Geld?
really need a good army for it. We will need to be
Okay.
able to easily beat them up with just a small expeditionary force. I'm basically thinking something like... So the thing with war reparations is, in order for that war goal to
Okay,
progress,
also-
you just have to occupy some part of China. So we could
Kriegsreparationen
basically
wollen sie.
land an expeditionary force in Taiwan and just go, hey, give us money or we won't leave Taiwan.
Yeah, exactly. Like the strategy we could employ there
Auch
would be
ein
to
komischer Plan
get
irgendwie.
one of the states and then switch to a defensive strategy and just hold it until they surrender.
Looks like there's a lot of angry Japanese people right now.
Yeah, it seems like those peasants might just be a little
Yeah.
angry.
But,
Oh, Revolution, 50%.
let's see, what's their maximum? 58, right? Yeah.
But they're at their maximum.
So the reason that this can't actually progress to 100 is because they have a political movement to preserve no colonial affairs, but they don't have enough radicalism because the peasants aren't strong enough.
Okay,
This
also
can change.
die Bauern wollen keine
But right
Kolonialisierung.
now, if we just manage to pass the law before this movement grows in strength, we should be able to not have a civil war.
Okay, ihr merkt, ab jetzt wird's ein bisschen, also ab jetzt haben sie wieder so verrückte Ideen,
Right, we are
dass sie wieder alles kaputt machen gerade.
That sounds like it probably went down well in real life history. That phrase, like the peasants are not strong enough to revolt.
Well, they're not radical enough to revolt
Yes.
yet.
Pretty radical, though.
But they are going to get more radical
Ja,
because pops in a movement that is like an active movement that
können
is
sich
getting their
radikalisieren, ne?
demands fulfilled, actively grow more radical. So the revolution will grow in strength over time. So we're basically rolling the dice that we will be able to pass this law
Ja, aber mit
before the revolution
mit
gets too strong,
9,2%.
and then also let things cool off a while.
Our success chance is not extremely high.
No, it's not. Like, this might also fail. But, hey, we gotta try something. And it's honestly, you know, passing a law in this game isn't just like, oh, I'm gonna pass this law, now I pass this law. You're gonna have to take chances. Like, sometimes it's a sure thing, but fairly often, especially when you're trying to reform a country like Japan, you're gonna have to roll the dice on what you can change if you
Exactly.
can't build up support for it. Oh, hey, our industrialists are here.
Yeah, they're finally not marginalized
Okay,
anymore. A
s-
significant
Yeah.
interest group.
Es
Can we
gibt
promote
mehr
them?
Kapitalisten, die sind jetzt...
Yes, we
Can
can.
we stop promoting the peasants?
Oh, right.
Or are we still?
No,
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 we
we
don't.
won't. Okay,
We did
we won't.
not promoting
No.
the peasants, right? No,
Right. Let's bolster these industrialists.
let's stop
then, shall we?
bolstering the petite bourgeoisie because they're
It's not helping.
not helping. Our urban class is just too weak right now.
Yes, but we are starting to get some capitalists.
Legitimität geht auch immer weiter runter, auch ein Problem bei den Gesetzen.
I think we also wanted to empower the samurai, right?
We probably do, and we have plenty of authority.
Yeah,
there,
this is
right?
the one nice thing about isolationism. It gives you a ton of authority.
It does. So does
Ah,
censorship.
okay. Durch die Autorität
Ja,
können sie
genau,
jetzt
you know,
3
basically because our
Interessensgruppen.
country is so unbelievably
Stärken.
backwards, we also have all the authority to play around with.
Yes, we do. We're probably going to want to build more government administration since we are going to be
Yeah.
expanding our education and
Definitely.
also colonialism.
I also
eventually,
think we
hopefully.
have a shortage going on in our
Oh. Oh, we have a
hardwood.
shortage.
We need to
Okay.
switch some
Hardwoods.
of our... Oh, because we started building... Yeah,
Cl-
right. We are actually using hardwood now.
Für
we actually
was?
been using it
Für
before,
Clipper?
but,
We
oder?
were using it in some places before. So we could switch to this one over,
Yeah,
perhaps.
I think so.
It
Hopefully that should be
would-
enough.
It would make it unprofitable. Maybe this one.
Jetzt checken sie über den Tooltip,
Ja,
wie
that's more like it.
profitabel
Yeah,
das
I
sein
mean,
wird.
it's only relatively unprofitable.
Yeah, this is fine. This is a perfectly respectable balance. Yeah, I think doing that on a higher level logging camp would be less optimal though.
Perfect.
Also sie haben jetzt eine kleinere
Slowly
Holzproduktion gewählt, weil sie jetzt nicht so viel Hardwood
growing. It's slowed
herstellen
down
wollen.
actually, very slightly.
Nice.
Right. Yes, there's.
Oh, I think that's because the peasants lost power relative to the other groups we boosted.
Ah, that would make sense. Yes.
Ah,
What
okay.
is that notification next to the fist? The red book with the pencil.
That is bureaucratic shortfall. Yes, that's telling us that because we are enacting colonial exploitation, we are not going to have enough bureaucracy once that passes. Well,
Yeah,
if that passes.
We're going to end up with a deficit, which is fixable, but it's still a thing.
Ja.
Yeah. So, this movement to
So, wieder eine
preserve
Debatte?
colonial affairs is concerned that cheap colonial labor will.
Deswegen
lead to
wollen
their
die
jobs
Bauern das
obsolete.
auch nicht, weil sie Angst
They aren't
haben
wrong.
No,
wegen den billigen
they're just wrong
Arbeitskräften.
to complain about it.
Precisely, you get it. Right. Oh, this is quite.
Oh mein Gott.
Yeah.
Oh mein Gott, 50% Radikalisierung oder minus 50%. Oh.
I'm thinking that the first option might be the way to
I
go.
mean, we're not actually growing any colonies right now.
Yes,
so
exactly. I think this is fine. It reduce. It's still going to be a
Not-
0%
yeah.
chance.
Ja, ja.
No, it didn't reduce the chance. It just reduced
Nur
the
die,
time.
die
Oh,
Zeit,
oh,
die das
that's
braucht
fine.
bis zum
that's not so bad.
nächsten Check. Das
So
hat
it
es jetzt
wasn't that
verlängert.
bad an event.
I think the second option would have been pretty awful for us, but the first was okay.
Ja, die wäre zur
building
Revolution,
that
hätte die
onto the
geführt.
Yeah, I've set that preemptively to make cannons, since we're going to be wanting
Perfect.
both of those.
And once that's done, we can start switching over. Like, how many level of barracks do we have in a country like?
So, ihr seht auch, man kann nicht einfach seine Armee nehmen und irgendwo erobern,
So
sondern
let's have a peek at
du musst
one of
erst
the
die
tracks,
Waffenproduktion
figure
hier
out how many
aufbauen.
we're actually going to need.
Das dauert.
Well, just in here we'd need 15.
Yeah, do the per level values at the bottom of that tooltip.
There we go.
So that's we need.
It's only
Uh,
one per level. That's not so bad.
It's only one per level, and then we'll need one artillery per level, I think. So
Yes.
we'll need to produce about 100. Yeah,
Yeah.
about 100. Oh, 0.5.
Only half per level.
Okay.
Okay, Sie
Oh,
gucken,
right, because that's cannon artillery.
wie viel
Mobile
Artillerie und Kleinwaffen benötigen Sie jetzt eigentlich für Ihre Bataillone,
Right, so we'll need, how
damit
much
Sie jetzt
do the
überlegen,
factory
wie
again?
groß die Industrie sein
Math
muss.
here.
Oh, let's have a look.
Mathing.
So each level produces. Oh, I'm not sure actually.
Yeah,
Stream
that's-
geht bis
if you
17
look
Uhr.
at the per level values again, it's a little unhelpful with buildings that are under construction because it tends to
Yeah.
show you the current situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Hm.
Tooltips. Okay, there we go. Ah, there we go. 25 per level.
So we'll need 4 levels
Yes.
of arms industries. We might as well build that straight away.
Yeah, it's probably going to end up with the price of artillery being very.
I-
Wow.
cheap, which is
I really wish we wouldn't have traditionalism so we could subsidize things.
good. That would help a lot. wouldn't
Because
it?
isolationism is actually kind of manageable if you can subsidize things.
Okay,
Like,
das
you can
Problem ist, dass Sie jetzt Ihre
run a
Waffenindustrie
lot of
nicht
subsidized
subventionieren
local
können.
industries.
Das
It's really
heißt,
the
sie muss
combination.
profitabel sein, damit sie auch läuft.
What if we switch these over to line industry and cannon artillery just to get it started?
There's embargoes going on.
Oh, so there are. What's going on here?
Oh, okay,
Persia-
they're not
oh.
saying who's embargoing that.
Yeah, it's
Oh boy,
Persia. It's Persia embargoing its own revolt.
Russia started to cut
Oh.
down the size diplomatic play against Prussia.
Oh, that's an exciting one. That would be here. There we go. All right.
Cut
Yeah, and who's in
Prussia
this? Currently,
down.
it's just Russia
Yeah,
and
but-
Prussia, but
so
it
this
looks
is
like
a
a lot of people are
So this
leaning
is the
towards
special
Russia.
diplomatic play because Prussia went over 100 infamy, which is
Ah,
probably
okay.
from
Bad
the
Boy Krieg.
German journal entries plus eating Denmark,
Ah, okay, gibt's
Right.
auch.
which they did
Interessant.
apparently.
I don't think they should get infamy from eating Denmark at all.
No, that's traditionally negative infamy for eating Denmark, but you know, such is the way of things.
Sie können die Waffenfabriken nicht subventionieren wegen ihrer
Gone over 100
politischen Gesetzgebung.
all the great powers are invited to join. And if they beat up Prussia, Prussia will be forced to release everything they conquered in the last 10 years.
Ah,
And
krass.
they're getting a
Okay.
lot of support. They've
Das
got
wusste ich auch noch
Dutch,
nicht.
They've got Hamburg, Bremen, Spain is in.
Wow, die
I
ganzen
think
Deutschen.
India Company has
They
Die ganzen
might let
Deutschen-
this go to
Oh
war.
my
I
God.
think if the new diplomatic play AI would be in, they would almost certainly be folding because Jesus,
Okay, das wird ein
that's a lot of
Riesenkrieg.
troops.
Yeah, Russia, Spain, East India Company.
Aber das ist ganz cool.
France,
Boah.
that's a lot of
Das heißt, Preußen hat da richtig
yeah, they're
Gegenwind.
not going to win this one if that
But
goes
yeah,
to
I
war.
think it's a combination of Prussia didn't take 100 infamy from Denmark, but they took a lot, and then they got those events that give infamy for eating German miners, and then it put them over 100.
Wow, okay,
You say
aber
German
damit,
miners.
da muss die KI eigentlich mit umgehen
Pickaxes
können.
or the children.
All of it.
I'm pretty sure
They
Prussia
ate the children, they ate the miners.
So Denmark kind of evacuated up into the North Atlantic, did they?
Yes, Denmark now consists primarily of Iceland and Greenland.
Yeah, and then they have two subjects, Schleswig and Holstein, which Prussia in their galaxy brain did not decide to take.
Ja,
Personally,
okay, das ist
I
definitiv ein
definitely
Bug.
think something is bugged with the AI Conquest War goal selection now.
Ja,
I think
vermutlich,
the AI has
vermutlich ist deswegen auch die Infamy
Yeah,
hochgegangen,
like, it's-
weil sie nicht ihre Cores genommen hat.
Brainplay that
Und dann wäre das
in
sonst
our
nicht
simple
passiert, ne?
minds cannot comprehend.
Of course.
let's not forget the Danish West Indies,
But
extremely
yeah,
relevant.
where is their actual capital?
I am not sure where their capital is. Is there some way to zoom to the capital?
Warum ist Dänemark preußisch? Weil Preußen KI irgendwie eine Schwachsinnsentscheidung getroffen hat.
Oh, oh.
Oh no. That is not a good
Oh.
choice for capital.
Dänemark hat
Right.
in Afrika die Hauptstadt
This is a
platziert.
very cursed Denmark.
Okay, lustig.
I feel that this is very much in line with with reality. It's I hope this is not going to be changed in any way.
Okay.
So, ethics.
Yes.
Do we believe in ethics?
No.
No, we don't.
Absolutely not.
Colonial exploitation, I think, is morally correct, right?
Yeah, I think so. What are the other options?
Oh, hier gibt's mal
It
Prozentchancen.
seems like we would have a lesser chance of the good outcomes.
It's just the second one is safer, but
Hat
the
weniger
second one is
Auswirkungen.
almost certainly going to give us something.
Yeah.
Let's actually compromise on this one.
Okay, fine.
75% Chance, dass es gut geht.
Oh,
Ja, das Problem ist,
intelligentsia. They want demand. They have demands. What do they want?
das Problem ist, dass man noch nicht sieht, wie die Events ausgehen. Das
I
finde
think
ich,
they make a very strong
find ich ein
case.
Problem.
don't
Ich
you?
hoffe, das zeigen sie noch an.
Yeah.
I think so too. Perfect.
What did they want? I
Well, they
didn't-
just wanted to be legitimizing the government.
Yeah.
They just want people to pay attention to them.
They wanted Senpai to notice.
Yes. And we have noticed. We're even boosting them.
Meinung ist auch jetzt schon im Positiven.
Speaking of, who would oppose? Yeah, we're getting there in terms of support for abolishing serfdom. It's happening.
Ja, das ist immer noch
The only
Leibeigenschaft,
downside
ne?
is that it would
Das ist echt ein
radicalize
Problem.
the
Das,
samurai in this case.
Oh, right. We can't actually get rid of traditionalism until we abolish serfdom. That's another wrinkle.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and the samurai specifically like serfdom because they have this unique bakufu
So, okay.
ideology. They really like serfdom.
Okay, die Samurais wollen die
Okay,
Leibeigenschaft.
Well, one law at a time. One law at a time.
Yep. I think colonial exploitation is doing okay. It could pass.
we need to get so many notifications so they rise up above Martin.
I guess we couldn't move me.
The thing is, like, every time when we hide you guys, and like the notifications stop, there are no notifications at all. Oh, there they are. Market
Ja, komm.
changes.
There we go.
Das ist auch unwichtig.
Oh, now we're just fading in and out of existence. Perfect. That's how I like to live my life.
Yeah. We can see here that the prices of small arms and artillery are reducing to stable levels, but it's going to take. Oh no, there we go. The input goods shortages have worn off.
Okay, also jetzt produzieren sie das, wenn ich das richtig sehe.
we
Ihre
are slowly
Armeen werden
modernizing our
besser.
army, and we can do even more of that once we have additional arms.
Yeah, I
industries.
think for our next tech we should be getting mobile artillery as well, so we can have a good balance between small arms and
And we
artillery.
are almost done. There we go. Empiricism.
Okay, let's learn Napoleonic things.
Yes. First, we need to find out who this Napoleon guy was.
I think he rode a horse or something.
Yeah, I think he had one very strange leg, right?
Yes, a very very long leg and a very large horse. That's why he's famous.
If you don't get this joke, don't worry.
If you do get this joke, also worry.
It means you've been playing Paradox games for too long.
Let's have a look at Prussia.
Yeah, there's some people
Oh.
are interested in what's happening.
Wait,
in
are they
Europe.
winning?
Oh.
They're not winning. But they've expanded quite well into Russia
What?
there.
1400 Bataillone auf der
Who are
Gegenseite.
they fighting?
Everyone.
Oder? Nee, 400.
The Dutch, the East India Company, Spain, France, Russia, Sweden, and
Yeah.
the UK. Essentially everybody. I mean, they're not winning, but they are holding their own
Are they
better
being
than you'd expect.
Ja, aber das kommt wegen dieses verfehlten Dänemark-Moves.
I don't see any
There's
occupations.
some occupation in Denmark, but
Oh yes, yeah, down there. So yeah, Sweden has.
In gewisser Weise ist das eine nachvollziehbare Reaktion. Die Preußen haben quasi nicht deutsches Terrain erobert und jetzt schließt sich die Welt zusammen. Das ist eigentlich ganz gut. Das Problem ist eher, dass die Preußen diese Dänemark-Aktion gemacht haben.
Good shortages.
I suspect that they have probably called up every single conscript in the entire country, and now they're sort of burning their
Helmut von
reserves
Moltke ist da.
to get through this war.
Yeah, because I imagine that
mobilisierten Wehrpflichtigen.
No, like, so the thing is, the other countries is unlikely to have mobilized everything, because like, usually the AI will only mobilize everything if they're basically in an existential war or a very, like, peer-to-peer conflict that will really, really hurt them. Otherwise, they will mobilize a more limited amount of troops. So it might be that the coalition kind of overestimated, or rather underestimated, how much they needed to mobilize to beat up Prussia. But I also think Prussia will start collapsing.
Nee, Donja, eigentlich
supply shortages.
preußische Expansion würde ich nicht als halsbrecherisch historisch bezeichnen.
Oh, that is the South Australian aristocratic revolt.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are there even any aristocrats who can revolt in South Australia?
Das frage ich mich auch.
They must have some. Yes, they have 377.
All right.
There we go. These guys very angry. They're impoverished. You can see why they're angry. They
Oh,
work on wheat farms. These wheat farms.
arme Adlige in Australien, die auf den Weizenfarmen arbeiten.
Well, I guess they're not really part of a
Revoltieren.
very big market.
Well, yeah, it's probably because they are in that revolt, but
Yeah.
this is interesting.
This is just the uninhabitable outback.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good place for wheat farms at all.
No, it isn't.
Well, anyway. How's our law going? We're still at where we started, basically where we started.
12,4%. Ja.
It's quite difficult to pass laws when, when the Shogunat keeps getting in the way and no one supports them.
Is there any
Okay, sie sind da ein bisschen
is
in
there
der
any way we
Sackgasse.
can build a legitimate government without the Shogunat? Probably not, right?
Let's play around with it a little bit. I think the answer just from that is no.
No, these are two other strongest. No,
Yeah.
this is hopeless.
No, this is quite hopeless. Yes.
But
Okay,
we
sie
have
werden,
weakened them a bit.
sie werden den Shogun nicht
a
los.
bit. A smidge.
We could get a little more.
Wir hatten in Steinwalds Lager gerade eine Diskussion, ob Japan gut für Anfänger geeignet ist. Und wir sehen hier meines Erachtens nicht so
We're
sehr.
happy right now, right?
Ich fühle mich
So why do
bestätigt,
we lose, though? Because they'll stop.
weil es
they will
echt
stop
schwer
giving
ist,
us their good trait.
in politisch was
that's
zu
right,
verändern.
yes, divine right, 10% authority.
We
We're not
can
using
live.
all
We
of
can
it.
live without the authority.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I think we'd end up getting more impact on enactment time from having more legitimacy anyway.
Exactly.
So
Okay,
there's a trade-off there, but I
das
think
ist
it's
ganz
one where we
gut.
win out.
Sie haben eine Partei rausgeschmissen. Dadurch ist Legitimität höher, dadurch
It's
geht es
definitely
einfacher mit den Gesetzen, die auch sowieso
We don't have a lot
unterstützen.
of constructions queued.
We don't, do we? Huh. Even with our automatic construction, I guess we're just...
Einsteigerfreundliche Nation meines Erachtens Schweden, Belgien, vielleicht Portugal mit Abstrichen.
I'm going to put that on auto expand.
Good plan.
We did build some universities. They are here, and they are using clerical educators, and we probably want them on
Yes,
secular
we do.
academia
We
instead.
definitely do.
Yeah.
I would also say that maybe we want some universities in other places, at least if we're gonna have factories there, because of the qualifications effect.
Oh yes, 30% qualifications. That is quite significant. I'm thinking Kanto would be
Yeah,
a good place
let's-
for that.
Let's found Tokyo University. For
Ah,
founding
okay.
Tokyo. Well, you know, it's called Edo.
Yeah, same thing.
Neue Universität.
People are concerned with the loss of money, but we still have reserves. There's no worries.
Ja,
Like, if we stopped building, we would be making a significant profit. So,
We're not going to stop building though.
ja.
No, it's,
Sie haben ja noch
if
Rücklagen,
people in
das
chat
ist alles
are
noch
not
okay.
aware, so the little bar under the
Aber die 4
money
Millionen
there
Radikale
shows that
würden
we're
mich
actually
schon
still,
nervös machen.
You know, we still have
yeah,
reserve money.
we have quite a significant gold reserve still, which, you know, I said last time too, but this time is different. As I say so.
This time maybe we'll try to keep an eye on that and raise some
The
taxes. and start
Japanese
building if we need
really
to.
like meat, apparently.
They do.
I wonder if we could expand the whaling industries now.
That might be viable. Yes. Let's take a look at how they're.
Also
doing
klar,
it.
dass sie jetzt im Stream nicht so sorgsam sein können.
We have
Man,
lost half a
They're making
million
money.
in
man würde
population
sehr
since
viel
games
genauer,
started.
sag ich mal,
It's
die
starting to be a
ökonomische
bit
Entwicklung der einzelnen
worrisome,
Produkte
let's say.
beobachten müssen,
Yeah, it is very slowly going down, but it does add up.
um gute Investitionsentscheidungen zu treffen. Aber das ist
in that journal
nachvollziehbar.
entry now. Oh, we don't have it anymore. I guess we ran out of time.
No, we're not running out of time. It just... we ran out. Oh, we ran out of time
for
for whaling
whaling
industries.
Yeah.
But we are getting a little notification that it's time for a break, I think.
Okay then.
Ja, es sind 4 Millionen radikal.
Before the break, just
Pause.
one question from chat that might be interesting. What happens if you go bankrupt?
So what happens is, to begin with, you don't go bankrupt by going to maximum debt. You go into default. And being in default will give you a modifier which grows and hates you very, very, very much. It will reduce the throughput of all your buildings. It will completely wreck your country if you're in default for a long time. There's 2 ways to get into default. Either you fix your economy and make sure that you're making a positive, like, weekly balance by, you know, downsizing the government, cutting welfare, whatever. In which case you will go out of default, but you'll have a long way to climb. Or you declare bankruptcy, which will clear all your debts, nuke all the cash reserves in all your buildings, because that's what you're borrowing against, anger a lot of people, completely mess up your prestige, mess up your army, and make the AI very aggressively opportunistic towards you for a while.
Es ist interessant.
You only have good choices at that point. Is what I'm saying.
Das ist eine schöne Mechanik.
The more directive.
Problem ist, dass ein Spieler wahrscheinlich einfach den Spielstand abbrechen wird. Aber es ist cool.
It is not meant to be fun to declare bankruptcy, as it turns out.
But yeah, I think we were going into a short break, and
Yes,
we will remedy the Discord notification sounds as well for all our enjoyment.
Wonderful.
So yeah, we'll be back in a little bit. Stay tuned for more Japan.
See you soon.
Bye.
Discord sounds should be gone. Martin and Daniel should no longer be covering the notifications, at least not the first 5. And yeah, we were in the middle of Japanese. I'm not even sure what we're doing in
We're in the middle of not major restaurating, because every law we're trying to pass is failing. So we had a little discussion during the break, and we're going to have a changed strategy. We're going to provoke a civil war and crush the shogunate, or get crushed by the shogunate.
Yeah, I think this slow, gradual approach isn't really working out. That's the wrong one.
Okay.
Serfdom, yes.
Reformen funktionieren nicht,
We need to change
also
our government
Revolution.
first, though, I think.
Yes. So
we're going to want the monks, we're going to want the intelligentsia, maybe the peasants as well.
But before we launch into civil war, we should make sure of a couple things. First, we should make sure our entire army is modernized. Sure, some of that will be on the side of the shogunate, but we want to make sure that we're not stuck with the bad troops and they have the good troops.
Yes. Let's just change everything.
And then sort it out, basically.
Sort it out.
Yes.
So
We
let's
should
see how our
also
answer is.
save up some cash reserves.
Oh, that would probably be a good idea as well. So maybe if we
Okay.
want to save up cash reserves,
Also
is
da bin ich jetzt mal
building
gespannt, wie
units
einfach
the
das
right
geht.
idea. I think
No,
probably
we're
not.
abandoning our... As the whaling station is going to have to wait, and let's slap on another sin tax. I think tobacco is gonna get taxed.
Okay, also
Greatest
jetzt
sin
radikale
is
Politikänderung.
Well, we don't even have enough authority for that, so great.
I just got a big concern from the chat here. Are you aware that in the loading screen art, the smoke is not coming out of the... what do you say? It's coming out of the lantern box and not the funnel behind it. I feel that this is something that needs to be corrected. Like, it's a big issue here. I
No.
hope this will get fixed.
No, John, the smoke is coming out of Mount Fuji.
Oh!
Yeah, you can see it right there.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about? There's no lantern box in Mount Fuji. At least not to the scale we can see.
So, yeah, this is as far as you can zoom in, and I didn't see it at all.
Yeah, it's been smoking for quite a few years. now.
Aber schön, dass man so
Yeah,
nah
some
ranzoomen
screaming in the
kann.
background too.
Finde ich ja super.
Yeah, I do as well. I think it might be all those radicals.
Okay,
So, jetzt wäre aber
yeah,
gespannt, wie sie das
we're
anstellen wollen.
refocusing.
Yes, we are.
And so here's the thing.
Ooh, this'll help.
It appears that Russia has diplomatically pulled back from Japan, probably because they're very busy in Europe right now.
Ah, okay.
So we're actually gonna try and bring China in on our side, because yes, they might be,
Sie wollen
weak.
Hilfe holen.
but there's a lot of them.
Exactly. Quantity over quality, I think, is what we're going to have to aim for here. Except domestically, where I think we are actually trying to improve our barracks. Yes.
Our arms industries appear to be having a shortage of some kind.
They are. Let's have a look what's going wrong over here. Oh,
I'm guessing it's iron.
It is in fact iron. Hardwood as well.
Oh mein
is,
Gott.
not doing so
Die
good.
Vorprodukte sind
more
wieder
iron mines,
super teuer
we
geworden.
Even more iron mines.
Oh,
We would need coal.
we would need coal.
Yeah.
Kohle
I think
hat-
if we keep adding to the list of things we need to do before the war,
yes,
then
let's
make
just
more.
keep let's stay focused on the goal.
Yes.
And we are improving relations with China, right? Yes, we are.
We are, yes.
Let's see if there's anything. How do they feel about us? So we have an idea of that as well.
Let's have a look. They are cooperative.
Cool.
Nice.
That is good. And there's
Wow.
nothing we can really sign with them, right? They would not agree to a defensive pact.
I strongly doubt it. Defensive pact? No.
Minus
I mean,
50?
Yeah, it's not
Naja,
It's
sch-
possible
No.
for the future, but I don't think we're
possible
going to
for
Schafft
get
er
it
nicht.
before the war.
definitely.
nee.
Yeah.
I'm guessing bankrolling that would be expensive. I mean, we don't even have central banking, but yes.
We actually did, where we got it through tech spread.
No, we don't. We didn't. We
Really?
got we actually just got banking.
Oh, right, of course.
we need central
Right.
banking. We need even more banking.
Okay.
Yeah, we got regular banking. Okay.
We have regular banking, but what about central banking?
Ja, es ist trotzdem nur eine 1%
yeah.
Chance.
Maybe we should get a Miltech or something.
We probably should, yes.
Actually, central banking will also give us more money. For minting.
Oh, it will increase minting.
Let's just get central banking for
Money
now,
is nice, and it lets us bankroll. Not
Because honestly, any military advance we will get will also just apply to the people we're fighting, so...
I can't say that I'm convinced by your bankrolling plan as of yet, though. I don't think we have 13k to spend on bankrolling China.
I was just curious,
Each,
but I figured it
each
was
week, ne?
quite
Also,
expensive.
Yes, I
es
think
ist halt
so.
eine Dauersubvention.
And I'm guessing Britain also doesn't love us enough for any sort of...
No. They also don't care about Japan either.
No, but
No,
if we had a
aber es
defensive
ist-
pact, but that's not gonna... They're not gonna sign a defensive pact.
Minus
Not without
30 ist
obligation.
ein bisschen wahrscheinlicher, aber
I'm happy to see that Great Britain has sorted out their infamy level there.
Prussia won?
oh,
It seems
Preußen
at
hat
the very
gewonnen. den
least
Krieg.
it was a white piece, but oh wow, that's a lot.
Weißer
of infamy.
Friede, oh, interessant.
Well, good.
But now they're fighting the United States over
Warum?
the Indian.
No, America is coming in late to
Ah,
the game to
right.
cut Prussia down to size.
Yep, coming in late to the game. It's what the US does.
Alright, I think Prussia is really showing us up here.
They certainly are. They're doing exceptionally well with a
Wow.
strangely small army.
Naja, so klein war die Armee auch nicht. Die war genauso groß wie...
So, what is
alliierte
our
Armee
plan
dagegen.
now, you say?
So the plan now is to make our arms
need
industries
more hardwood.
vaguely good. We do need some more hardwood as well. Let's switch over another one of our logging camps, shall we? Let's say this one. Yeah, this
So,
one is
stellen wir die Produktion
gonna be
mehr Hardholz zu
Something like
produzieren.
I think we
Yeah,
have
they did it.
Kann man gleich checken.
20%.
Die Preise
Let's
passen
switch
sich
one more.
sofort an,
Okay.
was ich gut finde.
arms industries tend to have a little bit of a razor tight margin if you don't
We're also
subsidize
building
them.
another one, so I guess we do need.
Yes.
more.
Aber sie brauchen
Honestly, I would say
unbedingt
switch over all of them.
Eisenminen.
I think they'll be fine. And we don't seem to be doing too badly on regular
Der
right now.
amerikanische-preußische
Yep.
Krieg?
Well, that certainly worked.
Weiß ja auch nicht, worum es da ging.
The logging camps probably aren't very profitable right now, but that's not really our problem.
Ich glaube, das
They
war
can
auch ein
usually,
Bad Boy-Krieg, quasi late to the
If
party,
you
hat
have
man
the good
gesagt.
wood production methods, they can usually absorb the hits. Like, sure, the balance will go down a bit, but they've got good productivity.
It's okay. Not ideal, but I mean, we're heading to a civil war anyway,
Yes.
so I don't think it's our greatest concern. What might be a greater concern, though, I guess, is which states exactly will end up revolting, because if
we
we
don't
lose
know.
our arms industries...
I mean, we can see where is the Shogunat strongest. Besides,
Ah,
you know,
okay, das ist interessant.
everywhere.
Das kenne ich
let's
alles noch
take
gar
a
nicht.
look at the Shogunat IG, and we can see... Oh,
Ah,
Okay,
okay.
so it's probably in the the north center that's going to rebel.
Yes.
Not the capital, because we always get to control the capital.
that's good, because that's where the arms
But
industries
we're
are.
probably gonna have the south, and they're probably gonna have the north.
Ah,
Is my
interessant.
guess.
Bit of a downside here, because the
Und
the
da
north
sind die
contains
ganzen
the iron mines,
Eisenminen?
which are used to fund the arms industries,
Yeah.
which are used to in the barracks.
Yeah, we're most likely going to have to eat shortages while we do
Okay.
things. But the shortages take a while to get into effect. So as long as we can punch them out of the war, we should be okay.
Ich weiß nicht, ob man komplett Hartholz machen kann. Ich glaube nicht, bin mir nicht sicher.
Almost to...
Where are we building our mines right now? We're still building in the same place.
We are still building them there.
Let's
Maybe
move-
let's move some of them
Yes.
down here, somewhere very safe. Oh, where?
Is there any?
Oh, yes, down
okay.
here. Right, let's do
Good.
it here.
Okay, da können sie auch
Make a bunch of them
Eisenminen
down.
bauen. Sie bereiten sich jetzt auf den
So
Krieg vor.
about over 500,000 Japanese people shortage and almost 5 million radicals. and a decreasing standard of living. Are you saying that you're happy with the state of the
Reforms demand sacrifice.
Things couldn't possibly
We
be
are-
going better.
Yeah, we are definitely burning some short-term goodwill and burning some short-term people, but it's all in the service of. God damn it, we want to have stronger Japan. So, you know.
Ich bin mal
It'll pay
gespannt.
off
Bin
eventually.
ich echt mal gespannt, wie das jetzt laufen
Get
wird.
one question here. One question for the dev. Does the AI follow the historical chain of events? I think that Prussia and Denmark is kind of answering that question right now.
Yeah.
I mean, the AI will generally do certain historical things, like the United States of America will tend to push for the West Coast. Certain countries may come and try to open up Japan.
The Ottomans
Prussia,
and Egypt are at each other's throats all the time.
Prussia will try to open up. No, Prussia will not try to open up. Prussia will try to form Germany.
Yep.
Usually.
Usually it's two Sicilies lately that's been forming Italy for me, but Italy
mean-
does form.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting thing because Two Sicilies historically was a lot stronger than Sardinia Piedmont in 1836. It's just that Sardinia Piedmont actively built up their country, and Two Sicilies were kind of why work when you can drink wine? So, you know, we're not really necessarily simulating historical Two Sicilies incompetence.
Obsession Wine,
Look, they got
immerhin,
that
das
wine
gibt's da.
obsession, so yeah. Though I think the North Italians have that as well, actually.
Now Australia once more caught people's eye.
They do.
I wonder if there is there new development.
That's a new one. It's revolutionary Western Australia.
There's a lot of
Yes.
revolutions going on in Australia. I
Yeah.
think in this
A presidential dictatorship.
I think in this build we're playing, there's some wacky QA mentioned some wacky revolution bug, like Graupara would get a religious revolt immediately and so on. So I mean they're gone since a while ago.
Good.
So yeah, that or it's just Australians doing weird reforms, which you know would be very Australian.
It would, wouldn't it? Imagine if they tried to do debt slavery. That would be pretty absurd.
Okay. Do we need all of these iron mines? Because we are. Oh, let's credit the industrialists. Let's definitely credit the industrialists. How are we looking on iron right
bin
now?
mal gespannt.
We have no tools.
Okay, and we should probably stop queuing up these iron mines.
So, das ist ja wieder
Yes,
der Loop,
yes, we
ne?
should.
Wenn du mehr Eisenminen
Build some
hast,
tooling
brauchst du mehr
workshops and we'll do it.
Werkzeuge.
I
Damn
think, I
it.
think our tooling workshops are
At
also
some
in the
point
north.
we will have to stop building and have a civil war.
Aber wann?
I don't think you need 3 tooling worships, honestly.
Well, we do if they all revolt over here.
Yeah,
Ja, genau. Und dann ist alles weg.
but we also need gold reserves. And they're not gonna have arms industries. I don't think. because arms
Goldreserven?
industries
Sie haben
are in our
minus
capital.
12.000.
I think we're going to turn
Sie
off
haben
auto expand.
bald gar
Yes,
keine
we should
Reserven.
definitely turn off the auto expand.
Yeah.
Auto-Expense ist auch gefährlich.
Cancel it, man.
Yes. Oh, well, you can just click the
Weil du
button
brauchst
next
ja immer
to the
Vorprodukte
construction
und
queue.
sowas.
Next to open the construction queue. I think you know that, but people tend to get distracted.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, it's fine.
Yep.
Don't do that anymore.
Let's not expand the textile mills.
No. They're doing quite well.
But aren't there tooling workshops in the capital, though?
I don't remember where I put them. They're not there. No, I think we put them further north. Yes, we put them
Okay,
in
we put them
Chubu,
there.
which I think
They're
might be a
doing really
candidate for
poorly on
revolt.
money.
They are doing very poorly on money. Yes.
What?
Why? Oh, now
Iron.
it's iron. Okay.
Das
I think
Wow.
we were kind of swinging back and forth between iron and.
Do we have low
tools.
market access or something? Well, because we're not really paying attention to. No.
No, that's not it.
Hmm. We're just really swinging wildly between the different things here.
We
Mm.
almost ran out of our gold reserves here.
Yeah, let's cancel all the buildings and take stock here. What we actually need and what we need to launch a civil war. So, okay, tools are okay price now. Iron is not. Iron is very expensive. I'm wondering
Das
how
ist-
iron was so cheap.
Das ist ihr größtes Problem eigentlich.
Are any of our iron mines still expanding? Still
No.
recruiting people?
Oh, actually, let's take a look then. So buildings, rural. and
Jetzt also
iron
doch
mines.
nochmal wieder Eisenminen.
Right. No, they're full.
Okay, and what's our balance like in the market?
It's well, it's doing not so good.
Yeah, so we'll need 2 more levels of iron mines to bring it to a decent level, which is what we cancelled.
Hier habt ihr eben gesehen,
I'm
wie
also
viele
not sure what happened there. So let's build
Kaufnachfragen.
these 2 and not
Verkaufangebot es
expand
gibt.
the dye and silk ranches, which you're doing right now because of auto expand.
Oh yeah, I'll just.
Das-
take-
Auto
Yeah.
expand is your friend until it's not anymore.
Exactly. Yes. Can we do that on a mass level? Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Shortcut, um das abzuschalten, sehr gut.
Yeah, I think that gets all of them.
Perfect. Now, let's just build these iron mines, and then we have burned all our gold.
Ach, Genis, ich habe schon so oft was dazu gesagt. Ich sag's mal ganz kurz. Ich finde es
Mistakes,
sehr gut, diese Änderung des
yes.
Kriegssystems.
Maybe we could get rid of this encourage resource industry
do that.
here.
Ups.
Yeah. We could certainly use some more money. Do we want to just increase taxes? It will hurt.
Yeah, one of the
25%.
biggest issues with increasing tax level is that it gives you more radicals from standard living decreases. So it's kind of a compounding effect. You'll get more radicals, and you'll also get more radicals because you get more radicals. That's why I tend to prefer using consumption taxes. So I would even say, we have the authority. While we have the authority, slap on consumption taxes.
Let's tax services.
Yes. Let's tax all the servants. If you have a servant, you pay a tax.
There are some questions, or some curiosity about what's developing in South America at this point.
South America.
Is there
it
anything
seems
special?
like the specialist thing going on here is that Peru-Bolivia has decided to form.
They've unified properly.
They have, yeah. So
Cool.
at the start of the game, Bolivia has the opportunity to make Peru into a subject, and then if they can keep that together for a certain amount of time, they will actually integrate Peru and form Peru-Bolivia. And they've managed to do this. That's pretty impressive.
Shogut, du würdest
Right.
normal nicht
So
so
what are we
schnell
building
spielen, du
like
würdest mehr
this?
pausieren.
That's it. Well, and also this text
The
down.
text
Aber
down is
ja,
keep
die
expanding.
Durchläufe sind schneller
Yes,
als bei anderen
they do.
PDX-Spielen.
Perhaps
Ja.
I
think-
failed to press the button properly.
Those text downloads are very...
Right, there we go. I fixed it.
Allerdings, je weiter du im
Very
Spiel
like
kommst, umso mehr hast du auch zu
text
tun.
downloads.
We've run out of gold reserves. We are now entering
Yes.
into debt.
We're entering into... Chart goes interesting. We had a short...
Wollten die nicht Geld
Oh,
ansparen?
we have a shortage.
you.
We have expensive government goods, expensive military goods. Right.
Also,
No, not a shortage, I guess. Just expensive stuff.
Maybe we do need to expand these. Oh, they're still recruiting then. The price looks fine.
Yeah,
It's just small arms. Right.
I think in this case, we really should stop. They're still hiring as well.
Yeah.
So we should stop expanding things and just see if we can reach an equilibrium.
Yeah, we could be optimizing this literally forever.
das stimmt, ja.
I mean, that's a lot of the game.
Das ist
And I
quasi
think
das,
Like,
der Kern des
forcing
Spiels. Du
Civil War
kannst
right now
immer
is
zu
honestly
irgendwas
so
verbessern.
because
Und dann
we're
verändert
only
sich wieder was, dann
59
musst du das
and
anpassen. Du
time
bist
to
immer
reform.
zum Anpassen der Ökonomie.
But
There's only so
Was
much time
cool
on the
ist.
stream. Though.
there's only so much time on the stream. If we were gonna be here for another 8 hours, I probably wouldn't be forcing the Civil War now.
Ja,
But
ist
we're
klar.
not.
Sie
So,
wollen es jetzt
we
einfach
wanna force the Civil
We
War.
have
raushauen.
almost exactly 1 hour.
Yes. 1 hour to get a Civil War and win it.
I think we can do that in less time than that. Well, okay, win it. Oh, that's hard.
So, yes, so China. We're still building relations with them,
Yeah,
which
I
is
think
good.
we're at cordial. I don't know that there's another threshold above that before 50, which I think.
No,
is
there's
excellent.
not. 50 is the next one.
Yep. So I
And
think
I
we're
think
doing about as good as we're gonna get.
At that point, we might be able to get a defensive pact with them.
Na?
Especially now that we've modernized our
50?
armies. That
They
yeah.
would at least consider it.
I think at this, at this point we should be able to get the boost from
Könnte sein.
50 to get a defensive pact, which would really help.
Okay then.
Warte mal, wie? Die Meinung?
Not entirely sure, but it's possible.
Weiß nicht.
And the
Now,
reason
we're not
that-
building anything, so we can get some. gold
Nice.
reserve
Now let's
packs.
get some money.
Yeah.
And the reason
20.000,
that
okay.
this is that it's so much closer now is actually because we built up our armies.
Die Währung ist da eine reine Kunstwährung. Die spielt überhaupt keine Rolle, was das für eine Währung ist. Es wird kein Währungssystem
Thankfully, the
simuliert in dem
textile
Spiel.
mills are doing well.
Es gibt keine Inflation und sowas
We
alles.
will soon have lost 1 million population since game start.
Yeah.
Well, it's what it is. Like I said, we are going to look into the population growth. We are aware of it. So
I think one thing we could have done is maybe done charity hospitals.
I
for
mean, the
instance.
thing is, the population is supposed to be stable at 9 standard of living, so it's definitely declining when it shouldn't. It's because of a bunch of different things that affect mortality. We're probably gonna have to tweak the numbers, maybe put the equilibrium point at 8 or something, but it's on our radar for release. It's not gonna be a big, complicated fix. So yes, we are probably gonna keep declining, and let's be honest, we're gonna go to civil war, so we are gonna be declining.
Also feels like proper Japanese behavior. Aren't they losing population in real life now too?
Well, yes, but for different reasons.
Yeah, I think extremely different reasons. I don't think currently in Japan anyone is a serf.
It's more like a baby shortage. An
I mean, I've never been to Japan, so I don't know.
They have an input shortage of babies.
Are we ready to kick this off? Is there anything else that we need to do? Let's check out those arms industries.
I would say let's get that alliance with China. So I would even say let's bump it up to speed 5 and just get
Ja, ich bin mal gespannt. Ich habe da mal Zweifel.
our friendship with China, and
Das
then
ist-
I think we're good to go.
So, sie wollen jetzt bis 50 warten mit China? Das
Well,
reicht
You
nicht.
know what? We could just owe them an obligation.
We could, yes.
For
That
this, in this
might
particular,
be easier.
in this particular case, I think let's do it actually.
And I very much expect that they will want an obligation from us as well.
Okay.
Right, okay, let's
Einen
let's
Gefallen
pause just
können
for
wir
a
ihnen geben?
minute and change our government to people who would support us. So I guess the monks, the intelligentsia, the peasants.
We surely shouldn't have that many people because that's going to
Okay,
crash our
that's too many.
legitimacy.
Right.
Yes, focus on the strongest groups is typically the way to go.
These
Warte
two
mal.
I sub-
Wollen Sie das jetzt schon starten?
Which interest groups have our troops? That's the samurai and the
right.
intelligentsia.
Yes, okay. How does the samurai feel about... Oh no, they love serfdom.
Yes, but one thing at a time. We use the samurai to break the shogunate, then we break the samurai.
Right, okay.
Divide and conquer, Tonman. Divide and conquer.
This is an amount of
Oh.
legitimacy. Not having the shogunate is... I think no matter what, we're going to lose a lot of legitimacy.
Well,
I think we have to, though.
yeah, we're just
What
gonna have
other
to
choice do
deal
we
with
have?
it.
Warte mal. Hey, jetzt haben sie
Painful,
doch
but
aber
so is
China
the
noch
Civil
nicht.
War, so.
Yeah. Alright, let's do it. Abolish serfdom. We have...
Let's
some
slow down a
chance.
little bit now.
Okay, sie haben ihn jetzt rausgeschmissen.
So you're saying this will trigger the civil war?
Almost certainly.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't really
Civil
expect this
War.
reform necessarily to pass. We expect it to make the shogunate rebel.
Okay, alles
They're,
klar. Sie
they're
haben's-
actually... Wait, it's the samurai that are angry. Alright, because of the serfdom.
Oh, yeah, it's serfdom, not traditionalism that we're doing.
Ah.
Right.
Sie haben jetzt die falsche Reform
Kick the
gewählt.
samurai out of government.
Nicht die, die...
I mean, they left
Oh,
government
they left.
because...
Right, of course. They're
they're
very
mad at
angry.
us.
We should stop promoting them.
Yes, we should definitely stop promoting them. Okay.
Okay, Samurai sind von
Well,
selbst aus der Regierung
This
gegangen.
will be... And we gave the samurai a bunch of troops.
Ja,
Yes,
das
yes,
ist
we did.
kein-
And we can't retire him because...
Jetzt haben
there's
sie
a
wieder...
revolution
Ah,
Exactly.
Das-
Well,
okay,
this is
jetzt
gonna
haben
be
sie einen
Ah.
Samurai-General gegen sich.
China? We're counting on you!
Das wird nichts mit
It
China.
looks like they'll only get to 67, though.
Alright. But
I
we kind of
think-
want this fight, though.
We do. Both the landowners and the samurai have joined
How?
the movement.
Is it
so-
because they're just not... Oh, is this just because they're not angry enough?
It also seems like almost the entirety of the country would rebel if that were to happen. Or be left basically
Oh,
with
it's
the
just the
capital and
capital.
Hokkaido. This is bad.
This is not... Okay.
Ich glaube, der Stream wird gleich enden.
Let's... Okay. New plan. Stop it. Let's find something that only angers the shogunate, and let's have the samurai on our side.
Let's abolish the monarchy.
Maybe not that one. That's gonna anger everyone.
Yes, it will.
Okay. So what can we change? How about professional army? Does that piss
Ach so,
them off
sie
enough?
wollen das im Diplomatic
They're
Play
out of
machen. Mit der Obligation. Jetzt habe ich es kapiert.
Not enough.
Danke für den Hinweis. Ja, ist klar.
No, not strongly enough.
Das könnte
Okay.
tatsächlich klappen, ja.
We need a way.
So, jetzt suchen sie irgendwie ein
Okay, we need a
Gesetz,
way to really piss off the shogunate.
was
Should we
nur
have completed the first journal entry now, by the way?
den Shogun verärgert, aber
no,
nicht
but it has
die
activated,
Samurais.
so we can
Okay.
see that we
Oh
what
yes,
we need
right.
to
I
do
mean,
to it.
yes. Shogunate not part of government. Cool.
Yes, we need to keep them not powerful for 10 years.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I think we're nowhere near making them not powerful.
Nee.
They're still very powerful.
But yes, what? Let's have a look at the government and movement support. Like what laws we can pass here, and what?
Well, we could abolish the monarchy.
Yeah, let's not do that. Land of voting they would actually approve of.
They would. The samurai wouldn't like it, but
No.
Das wollen sie nicht.
wealth voting, that would be. Yeah.
Shogun
No,
und Samurai.
They agree on too many things. Is the problem.
Shogun und
They're
Samurai?
very closely tied together.
The chat suggests that you suppress the shogunate.
That's actually something we should definitely
We
be
should
doing now
be
that
doing
they're out of
that.
government.
Yeah,
100%.
We weren't able to do that before because they were the government.
Oh ja, stimmt, auf jeden Fall.
Let's-
Suppress? Okay.
Let's also put the samurai back in government.
Ja, würde ich auch machen.
That makes it worse.
Uh,
You know.
okay, screw it then. Never mind.
Ja, sie müssen halt irgendwie jetzt ein Gesetz finden, was den Kriterien entspricht.
What about appoint the bureaucrats? Don't think the samurai should care about that.
The Shogunate won't
Oh,
hate
ja.
it enough.
Da
But it
haben
will
sie was.
weaken them.
It will, yes.
Da haben sie was.
So-
Immerhin.
Oh god, we have such low legitimacy. We can't do
Aber das,
make any
das
reforms.
funktioniert nicht, weil das...
No.
It would take 4 years
Yeah,
just to
like-
take once. Oh no.
Okay, halt die Legitimität ist so
What we
gering.
can see here, dear folks, is big brain play. From
Yes.
Big
brain,
brain
very
play.
big brain play.
We are very smart.
Yes, it's really the problem of in order to do this, we really needed to play the long game of weakening the shogunate and strengthening the intelligence and industrialists and so on, but we don't actually have time to do this right now, so we're trying to find shortcuts which may not actually exist.
Yeah.
This is not what I would be doing if I was playing on my own, but
Yeah, the Meiji Restoration was a process that took decades, and
Yes.
we don't have
Ich
decades.
glaube, Mitte der 60er ist sie historisch
I believe in
durchgeführt
you.
worden.
I think
Und
this
sie wollen
is
es jetzt halt
looking like it
abkürzen.
could only end well.
mhm.
Like I see no faults in this plan. It's about as solid a plan as take away the boats from the fishermen.
Hey, that worked. They didn't need boats. They actually didn't need big boats. So,
In the meantime, should we build something, perhaps?
Yes.
What do we need?
Jetzt wollen sie wieder bauen.
Use some more
Worauf
silk.
warten sie jetzt eigentlich?
yeah.
Doesn't really help us with any of our goals, but
Let's actually have a look at RGs again, and let's just focus on then.
yeah, let's do politics.
Okay, sie wollen es nochmal
Yeah, we don't.
probieren.
We can suppress the shogunate. Maybe we should actually suppress the samurai if they're just gonna be opposed to us. Oh,
Geht
Ah,
nicht,
well,
keine
right.
Autorität mehr.
Right. We're promoting the industrialists. That's probably not going to be super relevant.
no, not at the moment.
Bei CK3 kamen die DLCs eigentlich nicht.
Yeah, they
So,
they
nicht
We
schnell.
also
also,
don't really need as many
Ziemlich lange
consumption
gedauert.
taxes as we have right now.
so I lost track. Who are we trying to piss off? Samurais or shoguns?
Well, we were trying to piss off the shogunate. The problem is that pissing off the shogunate apparently pissing them off enough to rebel also pissed off the samurai. So
Und die
we're not
Samurai sind
bind,
zu
but we
mächtig.
kind of want to crush the shogunate, but we need a samurai to crush the shogunate. But we're not really finding a way to fight only one of them.
Yeah, they are very closely tied together, especially with this ideology right here. where they
Interessant.
Really like
Das ist aber ganz cool gemacht
How
eigentlich.
how does the shogunate feel about serfdom? I guess they also really like it.
they really like serfdom. They could not like serfdom anymore. It is not possible for them to approve of
Das
serfdom
sie halt-
harder than they do.
But isn't the leader an abolitionist?
Wait. No, that's a slaver.
Oh my god,
That's the opposite of
That's
an
literal opposite. We had an abolitionist, but that was in the Buddhist monks.
Yes, he is a monk. Yes. Pacifist peasants?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you put the monks in the government?
Anto, bei
They at least agree with
CK3
something,
gab es
yeah.
jetzt ein DLC
It doesn't
pro Jahr
hurt,
ungefähr.
doesn't
Seems to
tank
have
our
had
legitimacy.
no effect. That's nice.
Das ist doch der Rhythmus.
Maybe we could pass some kind of.
Here's something we could do.
Ein
We
großes
could
in
lower
2 Jahren.
taxes and put back the
Ah.
consumption taxes because that increases our legitimacy.
Yes.
In die kleinen brauchst du dich ja nicht
grain, that's one
einarbeiten.
of them, right? No. Okay, services
Tobacco.
and tobacco.
And
Yes.
let's lower the overall tax level. This will shore up our legitimacy a bit. We're still making money.
No, we're not.
Well, we're still making money after construction,
Yes.
which is what you really care about until you bankrupt.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm just shoring up the tooling industry right there.
Okay, also jetzt bauen
What's
sie
our
wieder die
legitimacy
Ökonomie
look like
aus
now?
und hoffen, dass es irgendwie
Central
anders
banking.
klappt.
And then, you know what we're gonna do?
Are we going to bankroll China?
Nein!
No, we're not gonna bankrupt China. We're gonna build universities.
Ah, right. Okay.
We're gonna try and power up the academia,
Mhm.
and we're gonna try and the unholy alliance of the intelligentsia and the church will be our way forward.
Das ist halt der Punkt, das dauert halt Jahre,
The
ne?
best way to have that
Die Gesellschaft so zu verändern.
Yeah, but it's giving strength to the intelligentsia.
Es
which
war ein
will
bisschen
also award
optimistisch.
strength to the church, honestly.
We do.
Das für den Stream hier
The
quasi.
developers think it's more of an alliance of convenience.
But let's promote the church for now.
Okay. Let's
We'll have
promote the
to
church.
probably get rid of something like a decree or something.
Oh, no, we can do
Okay,
it.
cool,
We
perfect.
just barely have authority.
Ich meinte Legitimität schon auf
very set on
21%.
you removing that samurai general, but like we're trying not to piss off the samurai now,
Well,
right? so...
Yeah.
Man könnte ihn
make
zur Ruhe
them a
setzen.
bit mad, I think.
Oh wait, that's the wrong one. There we go. Yeah.
So, was bringt das? Minus
I think
3%
we can.
Approval?
I think we can live with that.
I think we
Honestly,
can as well.
Ja, genau.
let's recruit the new general.
Bye.
New general? Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
Shogunat,
Wait,
zwei
wait,
Shogunat.
what we could do is we could hire one of them
Und dann...
and then
entlassen-
use that to provoke a rebellion by firing them.
This is so stupid that it would actually work.
It would work. Let's
Oh
do
my-
it.
Okay.
Okay, who is the least good general here?
So, jetzt haben sie den Weg gefunden.
This guy I think is too good at fighting in the mountains. Let's go with
Big
this guy.
Brain Place, ja genau.
Alright, and then we promote him a bit,
Oh nein.
and
So-
then we stop doing this. Okay, which law would they not approve of?
They would not approve of professional army, which we
Professional
want.
army.
So, but we need a samurai for that. So we have to put samurai back in government.
Right, okay.
Samurai, like,
Hold on, is
are we
there-
in or are we out? Jesus Christ!
Okay.
Oh wait, no, this is just the same. Okay, so this is fine.
Yep.
Right. Will it be enough is the question.
Well, I mean, we can always do it again.
We can... Oh, yes, we could just do it again, right. Yeah, you're right. Alright, let's...
If you get Shogunat candidates.
There were
do
two
it.
of them.
Okay, so the second one will appear again.
Okay,
Right,
jetzt
so
haben sie ihn
now they
entlassen.
are-
Yeah,
Right,
the recruitment pool stays. Yeah, so we are absolutely exploiting our own game here. This is. I'll probably
Wow.
I might look into a fix for this, but probably not for release, so you guys can also enjoy this hilariously situational exploit.
Wow, so richtig,
So,
It's
come
actually
out-
quite hard to make them annoying enough.
richtige
Well,
Exploits von den
Get another
Entwicklern.
general. Let's see if it stacks. I
Yeah,
don't
let's see if
actually
it
know if
stacks.
it stacks because I've never tried doing this before.
I have also never tried this strategy. Alright, thankfully we got another one, a Tokugawa, no
Yep.
less. Does it matter if we
Übelstes
promote him? I think
Min-Maxing.
it does, right?
Yeah, it does.
Right. So I guess we want to promote him even
Ja,
more.
es ist kein Min-Maxing mehr, das ist richtiges
This
Exploit.
is very silly.
Maybe we should have like a 5-year limit or something before
Das
you can
ist
actually.
richtig
Okay.
cheesy.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, aber
let's see.
let's
ich meine,
see
sie haben hier einen
if it-
eigenen
did.
Exploit gefunden.
I think.
It
yeah,
stacks,
It
it
stacks.
stacks.
It stacks. Yes.
Ja,
Right.
jawohl!
We have our strategy.
Yes.
Der nächste!
We have one more.
Close your eyes, chat. Close your eyes. This is horrible.
Okay, I'm gonna make a little. Once we're done here, I'm gonna make a little hero to myself too.
This is absolutely working as designed.
Yeah.
Come on.
I would touch it for release, I promise, but I'll probably fix it afterwards. Okay, so now they're gonna repel.
Yes, we did it.
Do we have a second?
Ja!
general right now?
No.
There was an
just fired the
intelligentsia
other
one. Let's get him.
Jetzt holen sie
Right.
sich den richtigen.
And let's promote him a bit as well. So one.
Na, immerhin,
Verstehe.
dadurch,
Ja.
dass er es rausgefunden
Wir
hat, kann
können
er den
probably get a
Exploit
defensive
jetzt
pact with,
selbst
China.
verhindern im Spiel.
Not
Zum Beispiel,
quite.
dass dieser
16 away.
Wert
Okay,
nicht
well,
stackt.
at least they like us more now. So
We can always offer them on obligation anyway.
yes.
Okay, also im Diplomatic
Okay,
Play.
revolution in 6 weeks. We will lose most of our country.
Yeah, we will still control the arms industries and some iron mines and Hokkaido.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of faith in this particular endeavor.
Listen, it'll be fun, either because we succeed or because we fail horribly and chat laughs at us.
Absolut. So
Either-
muss
I
man
consider
Stream
either one
betrachten.
a immense success.
Das ist
Ja.
genau die richtige innere Haltung.
Also, this method was my idea, so I have only myself to blame.
Yes, we should also probably slow down to 3 once the.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it now because the revolution is almost here, so we can react. in the plan.
90%.
Let's, we need to invent something. Let's invent egalitarianism. That
Sure.
seems really relevant right now.
It's gonna actually help if. Well, it would have helped if we.
So, jetzt geht's los.
Wait.
Okay, let's pause just for a moment.
Okay, so let's see.
Right.
Force distribution is not as. Let's have a look at the play, diplomatic play.
Yes, let's have a look at that. So, we could get them in. There is at least something they would accept,
Yeah.
and we can find out
What's the
later.
balance of forces looking like?
0-0 right now.
Yeah, it's only showing.
Right, so it's up there. As
Yeah,
well.
they've got 65 and we got 40, so we're outnumbered.
65 gegen
China, we might be able
40
to do
Bataillone.
this.
Sie brauchen jetzt
Definitely
China.
mobilize all generals.
Should we get consequences?
We have almost full cash reserves. Activate everyone. That's what they're gonna be doing. They're gonna.
Ryukyu will help out their one.
Yes.
Okay, also
Activate
jetzt holen sie
every
auch-
single
Die
so
Wehrpflichtigen rein, das heißt,
and
für die Zeit des Krieges werden
okay.
Right.
so eine kleinen Büros aufgebaut, wo sie die Leute
here and probably ignore this one.
Yeah. Let's precisely. It looks like the bulk of their forces are down in the south. Let's put one commander defending in.
Should we defend the north and
defending
attack the
against
south,
Kyushu, and let's try to
Right.
let's
So
focus
defend
on
this and
attack in the north
this.
because that's what the iron mines are. So
Yeah, we definitely want those back.
Okay.
we're fine with things being stalled in Kyushu if we can control the north.
Jetzt haben sie Fronten besetzt mit den Generälen, mit den entsprechenden
Let's
Befehlen.
see. Yeah.
Jetzt
Well,
warten
there's
sie auf
only
das...
China, so
diplomatic
we
play.
can actually speed up again until.
That's nice.
Hey.
I'm glad the show
Ein Erbe.
Okay.
So, jetzt.
Okay, right.
Well,
Uh,
what
ah,
about
application,
Ryukyu?
okay. Wow,
are we
klappt.
taking Ryukyu?
We're
No,
abandoning it.
we're
We just
abandoning
don't care.
Or-
Let's offer them an obligation in the hope that they take it. I'm sure they will. Yeah, there we go.
okay.
Save us, China.
What's a hashtag notification, they ask?
This is because we are losing our power rank because we are in a massive civil war.
It's fine.
Oh, this is not looking so fine though. This front here, where we're meant to be attacking. What's going wrong here?
We haven't mobilized yet.
Ah, right, it's
Oh.
mobilization.
Hold on. Oh, yeah, but our conscripts are still. Are they fast? Raising their conscripts faster than we are? Well,
I think they just have more of them.
Yeah.
Okay, also die haben auch
I
Wehrpflichtige.
hope
Das
I
verändert
hope
sich
the
eine
Chinese
Menge.
army can get here.
New
quickly.
plan. Recruit another general.
Ah, but they have hardly any over here.
I think they've moved their forces to the
Yeah,
north.
they've
okay.
tried
Yeah,
to
recruit
ta-
another general.
Yes,
Die
exactly.
konzentrieren alles im Norden der
Let's
Gegner.
recruit like a weak. Yeah, keep him at rank 1. Just
He's
give him
bigoted.
That's
so,
perfect.
yeah. Perfect. Yes.
That's right. And then give him the orders of defending the south and move our 2 actually good generals to the north.
Right.
Because yeah, they saw us piling everyone in the
Über
north
die
and they
Generäle
tried to
steuert
also
man die
pile everyone
Bataillone.
in
Das
the
ist
north.
quasi der entscheidende
Yep,
Punkt.
that's
I
much
mean,
better.
to be fair, that's the front that's right near the capital, so they probably wouldn't care if we captured Kyushu if they captured the capital.
Ja, das
So that
ist
makes
von der KI gut
And it seems
gemacht.
like we
Ja.
have some garrison forces up here that'll defend.
We can also have
Hokkaido.
the little guy push in the south as long as they're abandoning Kyushu.
Oh yeah, it seems
The-
like they
the
just don't
little
care
guy.
anymore. So let's advance.
Yeah, I
instead.
think, like I said, they know that if they capture Kyoto, they win. So
Ja, das ist guter Move. Ist die Frage, ob China
Yeah, this is
rechtzeitig da sein
looking
wird.
Okay, I think we can expect.
Also ich
Chinese
finde das
support to
Kriegssystem,
arrive
für mich ist das
eventually.
völlig gut.
okay.
So, jetzt
Alright.
würde ich gerne mal sehen, was passiert. Geht man da rein? Ja, genau.
Yeah, it seems like this.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
sie gewinnen. Ihre Offensive ist besser. Warum?
Excellent.
Okay.
Glorious victory for the Japanese shogunate. Well, hopefully, yes.
I hope we actually have good generals as well, because we only cared about their political leanings.
Let's see. Well, I mean, he's romantic.
Okay,
He does morale damage.
he's a defensive
protection.
strategist, which is not that helpful, but it's something.
Okay, ihr seht, die
It
Generäle
helps
haben
if they
natürlich auch
attack.
Eigenschaften.
Okay, there's another battle spawning, and I think
Oh.
we're winning it.
Yep, we are winning.
Hi, Gaius. Sehr
We are
gut.
advancing pretty quickly. Oh, and here comes the Chinese.
Ah, die kommt von
There we go.
Norden.
They
Auch
decided to
cool.
advance from Hokkaido down to the south.
Nice.
Okay, das wird ein sicherer Sieg.
Right, and looks like we did very well in the south down here
Ich
as
würde
well.
mir gerne
Let's slow down a
doch
little
die
bit.
Schlachtmodifikatoren mal genau anschauen.
Yeah, I think we
Es ist mir nicht ganz klar,
listened a little bit.
warum
Actually,
sie so
Britain
einfach gewinnen
declared an
konnten.
interest in Japan, according to chat.
Oh, let's have a look. Yes, they did.
Can we look at super quick look at their strategy? I know we're in the middle of war, but
Yeah. So
Information.
Information. There we go.
I believe they're
Okay.
after
Let's
your
acquire
off-brand Jaffa
colonies.
cakes.
well, they still like us, so they're just interested.
Okay,
in us,
sie haben ein
I guess.
bisschen Angst
Some
wegen
pineapples.
Großbritannien.
I think their interest is in the off-brand Jaffa cakes, to be honest.
I'm sending a little guy
They
to invade Ryukyu.
They're nice off-brand Jaffa cakes.
Maybe he's another one.
So. Die Chinesen sind da oben
I'm
sehr
eating one now.
stark. Oder? Nee, der
Okay,
Gegner
we're
hat,
actually crushing the Shogunat. Perfect.
also offenbar sind die
do
Einheiten,
look a
die
bit similar,
Einheitenqualität
those two generals.
deutlich schlechter.
Now, Björn.
I think that's about it. I
Geht
don't
mal da
think
rein
they
in die
control
Schlacht.
any more territory except for quite literally Edo.
Yes.
Der Gegner hat auf jeden Fall
I
deutlich
do
mehr
find it slightly
Bataillone
ironic
halt, ne?
that they have Edo and we have Kyoto, even though we're crushing the Shogunate.
Bit of a reversal of history there.
Well,
Zeigt mal da rein.
So, are we winning?
we are winning.
We are.
And what will be the result of this?
The main
Effort.
result that we care about is that going to absolutely cripple the Shogunate interest group. So that will actually let us start getting reforms through, advancing on our
Ja, die Flagge ist
journal
identisch,
entry
das
and
stimmt.
just
Die sollte
generally
sich ändern. Ja.
reordering Japan without them saying no to absolutely everything.
The Shogunless Shogunate.
It appears we have a new intelligentsia leader.
Oh,
This
we
could
do.
be very relevant for us.
Right, he is an abolitionist, which is great.
Awesome!
Yes. Okay,
Okay,
let's
as
just
soon as
cancel
this-
this law, shall we?
Jetzt
And just
Können sie
abolish
endlich
serfdom.
Abolish the
Leibeigenschaft
hell out of
abschaffen.
serfdom. Yes,
The
the
samurai
Shogunate.
will be radicalized, though. We still do have to contend with the samurai.
Let's start by crushing the Shogunate, because that
Yes.
should also rearrange things.
Ja,
They'll
jetzt
be-
müssen wir
they'll
auf
be
den
folding
Kriegsstand
soon.
warten.
Yeah, very soon. We're almost there. There we go. Okay, let's have a look at our new political situation. They're at 0.
Yes.
Good. We don't
They
care
will live
about
it.
that now.
So what happens now is when you win a civil war, the defeated interest groups get reduced to 0 clout.
Für eine
They
gewisse
will
Zeit,
slowly
glaub ich.
get their clout back.
Ja.
But right now they have no influence whatsoever in the country, which means that we have a ton of, like, the other groups have gotten a lot more power, and we're able to do a lot more interesting things.
Yes, yes, we can.
Jetzt
So
kann man
who are the most
politisch
powerful
endlich die
interest group
ganzen...
in the country? Is it the monks?
Right now it is the monks. Yes, they are the most powerful. Then in second place we have the
So,
intelligentsia.
and here's the question: how many people did we lose during our civil war? Because I think
That's a good question. Population.
well,
well-
that
Naja,
that
gut,
graph
das
is
ist...
doing interesting things, but I think we lost about 1 million people. So you know, it is civil wars is a way to push reforms. It is also a way to kind of crash your
Die
population.
Grafik war jetzt eigentlich gar nicht komisch, sondern das Land war ja kurzzeitig geteilt, deswegen die Bevölkerung gehörte
the
für die
country
Zeit.
lost population when the
Let's-
revolt
Let's
exploded.
Yeah,
get
genau.
rid of serfdom. Let's get
Yes, this is going to annoy the samurai, but
We'll
hopefully it
deal
will be
with
enough to.
We will deal with it.
Yeah.
Can you complete the journal entry now, they ask?
Not just yet. This needs to be true for 10
musst es
years,
10
and
Jahre
the progress bar down below
halten,
there
genau.
that will fill up as that progresses. There we go. We just got a first tick right there.
Mhm.
You can just barely see a little blue thing on the left.
In the meanwhile, let's see what else we can do. We have a lot of money.
We do have a lot of
Let's
money
start
now.
building things again.
Yes, let's build things again. What does the market need? Let's see. We're actually doing okay.
Let's see what's cheap. What could we be using more of?
We could use more sugar. We could use more
I
artillery.
think we haven't activated the Napoleonic warfare yet.
Oh, really? Okay. So let's do that.
That will strengthen our army too.
Yeah, line infantry. We could even use mobile artillery because I
Yeah.
think the price of artillery.
Maybe we
is
should give our
very low.
conscripts some stuff as well.
Do you mean the conscripts actually need ammunition? We cannot just send them out as a meatball?
We should not be doing anchorage in our ports. That's...
What,
Oh, wait.
What are we gonna do with convoys?
I have no idea why I said that, honestly. You're completely right. What are we gonna do with our convoys?
We could use them to trade with nobody.
We could use them to conquer things, but we're not doing that.
There we go. And now the price of artillery and arms has increased to a point where it's actually profitable to produce them.
Nice.
Nice. And here's the movement.
Was sie 5 Jahre
Äh,
programmiert
well,
haben, das ist ihr kompliziertestes Spiel, was sie jemals
gonna get
gemacht haben. Die
um,
ganze
war.
volkswirtschaftliche Dynamik
what's
dahinter
our
oder Mechanik
leader?
ist
What's his
extrem
interest group
komplex.
like?
Shogunat is slowly regaining its.
Are we suppressing the samurai? If not, we should be.
Wenn du das Spiel ein bisschen gespielt hast, weißt du, was daran so kompliziert ist.
But shouldn't we make Tokugawa something else than Shogunate? Because he's Shogunate, right?
Yeah, but we
Yes.
haven't abolished the shogunate, but we basically... Like, we are still the Japanese shogunate. We still have shogun. What we basically have done, we have taken the power away from the shogun.
Okay, also der
We
Shogun ist noch
there's
da,
other factions
aber hat
that are
quasi keine
effectively
Macht
running the
mehr
show behind the
faktisch.
scenes, but we haven't formally abolished the shogunate yet.
Okay. I was just thinking, like, it seems because you can still change their support, right?
You can't anymore change the interest group of your ruler. We thought that was just kind of a little overpowered and arbitrary.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I haven't followed that development. I still remember doing that.
So do we want to fight this civil war?
I mean, if not, we're never gonna.
Well, yeah. What else can we do, right?
I mean, we had one civil war, but what about the second civil war? I don't think we need China this time.
Yeah, we did pretty well without them, actually.
No, they did help a lot. They did help a lot. Well, we did win the
Well,
battles.
yeah, they helped a lot in the north, but we did very well where we
But
were
this is a much weaker revolution.
Yeah, now it's only the north, and
Warte mal,
we don't have
warum
to split our
jetzt?
forces.
Achso, wegen
It'd be cool if we wanted to,
Leibeigenschaft gegen die
to open up the second front over there.
Let's let them have Hokkaido if they
gegen die
want
Shogunat.
it, and let's just smash
So
them.
everyone go over there.
Das Problem ist natürlich,
we
also
probably
ich
wanna
finde, so ein
anchor
Bürgerkrieg
conscripts as
Let's
well.
raise the conscripts as well.
darf auch nicht so einfach sein. Ne? Also er muss schon mit hohen Kosten verbunden sein. Im Moment, sie hatten das Problem, eher den Bürgerkrieg zu triggern. Okay, das ist gut. Aber ihn jetzt so einfach
Britain has
durchzuziehen,
an interest in this now, right?
weiß nicht, ob mir das
we
so
could bribe Britain.
gut
Well,
gefällt.
If we
we
wanted to.
shouldn't,
We
but
don't have to,
I'm just
but-
glad they like us, because this is a danger. If Britain didn't like us, there's a pretty good chance, like, this is also what's dangerous about civil wars and why it's easier for us, because there's not that many people that care about Japan. It's not just about defeating the other side, it's about making sure there isn't an outside power coming in and going,
Okay, verstehe.
hello, I hear you're having a civil war. I'm gonna care about this.
Okay, verstehe. Die
Unfortunately,
Gefahr ist, dass andere
Since
sich
we're buddies
einmischen
with
in den
China
eigenen
and we're
Bürgerkrieg.
buddies- well,
Schön, dass Sie mir die
buddies
Antwort
with
gerade geben, ja.
We took some early moves that were good there.
Yes, we did.
Das mit der
Now
Million
this
stimmt,
is
glaube ich, nicht. Sie haben die Grafik
And then we're gonna
falsch
reform
interpretiert.
everything.
I think we're doing.
Ich glaube nicht, dass sie
very
Millionen
well.
Männer
I think
verloren haben.
This is a war we're going to win eventually. Without the Chinese army sweeping down from the north, I think it'll take longer, but we can do it.
Yeah, but as long as we can capture their capital.
Let's speed up a bit.
And let's hope there's nothing Britain wants badly enough for them to bribe Britain onto their side.
Oh, I doubt it. It's too late now anyway. We're in preparation to war. Okay. 2 arms.
Naja, genau. Die Pops sind auch schon die ganze Zeit gesunken, ja.
Are those the same flags?
Ja,
or
die
is
sind
it
mit
like it's
fast
like
31
different
gestartet,
color?
aber
These actually do look like the
ist
exact
die ganze Zeit
flags.
gesunken.
They're supposed to be like... Ah, it's just because it's black right down the middle where the tear is, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
you can't
is
see it very
very. We should look into that. It's very hard to see. And on other flags, it's really.
Okay, also es ist ein Problem dieser
Yeah,
Fahne,
well,
dass
this is
man
one
die
of the
Rebellen nicht
countries.
erkennt.
Let's see if we can find ongoing.
Normalerweise kann man das gut
There we go,
erkennen.
Mara. There.
Ah, schaut
It's a lot
mal,
easier to
da ist
see
so ein
there.
Yeah, but
schwarzer,
in this particular case, it messes it up because of
da ist so ein schwarzer Strich in der Mitte bei Rebellen und hier
other
ist es
Shogunat
natürlich
flags.
Schwachsinn. Kann man nicht sehen.
They have really low combat efficiency. I wonder what's going on there. Are their barracks not activating?
They decided not to use cannons.
But
Oh, but of course they can't use cannons because we have the arms industries.
Yeah, but I should still be able to run off reserves for a while. Oh well.
Mhm.
Maybe it doesn't count because they're a different country.
Okay, noch
There's
läuft.
also one of the things where
Nee,
I
der
think
Krieg läuft, ne?
at some point we're gonna want to add.
Geh doch mal da rein, ich will mal die ganzen Modifikatoren
This is
sehen.
actually where isolationism is helping us, because they can't import guns.
Ah, yes, right.
Okay, auch ein Vorteil von Isolierung, habt ihr gehört? Die
Ooh,
Rebellen
Jesus,
können
the
keine...
Oh, right. No, because the revolution. Now we lost the revolutionary.
Yeah, it's not
people.
counting the people who live
Calm
up there.
thyself,
Yeah.
Björn.
I was like, Jesus, did we just lose like
Aber habt ihr eben die
5
Kurve
million
gesehen?
people?
Nach dem Bürgerkrieg
Ja.
waren es doch genauso
Legislative.
viele wie vorher.
Yeah. The traders, right?
But yeah, with them not having access to guns and us outnumbering, this is basically a given.
Although
Okay.
we only have guns for a certain amount of time.
Well,
Yeah,
Details.
we have a lot.
Also
a
mich
lot
würde
How
wirklich
about
mal
it?
interessieren,
Let's see, how are they doing?
warum die jetzt so schwach sind.
Well, it's not so bad.
Eigentlich
actually.
müssten ja
It's not
technologisch
very
die
expensive,
gleichen,
but
Yeah.
besides that-
gleichen
they,
sein.
no, they don't actually have a shortage at the moment. I think we captured some iron mines.
Yeah, we must have. Yeah, the penalty is only 2%, 1%, and almost
yeah,
gone. There we go, gone.
That's actually an interesting question. I kind of wonder too. What happened to the gold reserves in this situation?
So the Buddhist monk wants to strengthen our ties to the Japanese aristocratic revolt.
I think the government keeps all the gold reserves. Maybe it would be interesting to actually split the gold reserves between the government and the revolutionaries, depending on like who gets what.
Haben keine Waffen, die Gegner, ja. Kann
World
sein.
fails in deficit of authority right now.
Aber sie müssten eigentlich erstmal ein paar
Do we
Reserven haben.
necessarily care? What could we do about that?
We could stop encouraging. We could remove or decrease. I don't think they're that important.
Yeah, they're probably not.
Not important enough to
Where's
angry
Cancer?
scripts.
There we go. Don't need this so much. Oh, we could probably do another one actually.
Shikoku.
Shikoku. I don't know what
I think
the
that's
things are in
Shikoku.
Japan. There we go. Oh, we have a bit of a famine going on as well.
Oh, was?
Oh, okay.
That's unfortunate.
Oh boy. People from the state of Japanese Hokkaido. Oh, yeah, because Hokkaido is cut off and devastated.
Okay.
I did say that I didn't care about Hokkaido. I'm sorry, Hokkaido.
Es gibt Hungersnöte,
I'm
interessant,
thinking that we
weil sie
want cheaper decrees that could help us.
abgeriegelt
out
sind
with
vom
this.
Hauptland. Das ist
But
cool.
either way, we're going to get 50% mortality in Hokkaido.
Yeah. Ow.
With, well, I mean, with
Let's
the
put
decrees
the
we can-
emergency. Let's
Yes.
actually put the emergency decree there.
Oh,
We'll
we
have to get rid of
can't right
something.
now. Yeah,
Let-
we're going to have to get rid of something. What do we get rid of?
Okay, es gibt ein
we should
Notdekret,
stop,
um denen zu
maybe
helfen.
suppressing
Das ist schön, dass wir das jetzt nochmal
shogunates
sehen.
that
I think we
already
should keep
incredibly-
suppressing the shogunate to make sure that they're long-term weak, because suppressing is a long-term effect.
Timo, das
Maybe we
ist...
don't need to
We don't
bolster
need
the
to
Also,
promote
warte
the
mal.
booty smokes anymore.
Das Spiel besteht mit Sicherheit nicht zu 80% aus Victoria 2. Ich glaube, das schätzt du komplett falsch ein. Komplett. Die gesamte Ökonomie ist von 0 auf 9
economic
gemacht worden.
policy of traditionalism. Really?
Well, we would like to change it.
Well, it turns out we agree completely.
Yeah, let's make
Yeah.
the shogunate mad, I guess. Oh
Yeah.
no,
Oh no,
export
how
on
awful.
trade.
We're winning. Just a matter of
Yes.
time now.
We are pro-winning.
They have taken a lot more casualties than we have, although we have more wounded.
Guck mal, hier sieht man,
Probably
wie viele
from aggression.
Tote es gibt. Gut, die andere Seite gehört natürlich auch am Ende uns.
And we also just have
Aber das
more
waren jetzt
troops.
50,
Yeah. And attrition is
30.000,
the
80.000
Main,
oder so.
like, killer.
Okay, das ist der Nachteil an den
Oh.
Bürgerkriegen.
The horrors of that the citizens of Japanese Hokkaido have been enduring, eh?
Apparently Korea and Britain wants to give us money.
I am all for that.
Oh, we can get better relations with
Yeah,
Britain.
Britain is definitely the way
yes.
to go here. Internal donations. Then again, internal donations were pretty strongly.
Alright,
increased
let's actually
intelligentsia
think about
support.
this one. Famine donations, just 5 years, but still.
It's still significant, I think.
On the other hand, this gives us a boost to Britain that we can't do by improving relations. It's going to get our relations up to the highest threshold immediately.
That might be able to push us towards maybe getting a defensive pact
Yeah,
or something like that.
I
Let's
would
give it a
say
go.
let's get the nations of Great Britain. Let's see if we can maybe sign a pact with them.
Okay, let's do
Ja.
that and let's see what we can
Großbritannien
do
ist
now.
halt super wichtig, sich
We can't get a
abzusichern,
pact, but we're
um minus
We're
6,
really close. If we just had a stronger army.
damit die da
which
nicht
we will after we
anfangen
win the war, which we
rumzunerven.
just did.
Yeah,
Ah,
and
right.
we should keep pushing for modernizing our army.
Yes, if we just change production methods, I think, in here.
Jetzt wollen sie Armee noch ein bisschen stärken, damit die Briten jetzt gewillt sind dafür.
Once prices return to normal, I think. There's a bit of devastation around
Yeah,
here.
not too bad. I think Hokkaido is the most devastated place.
Yeah,
Still
it's
quite a
just
bit
still-
now my brain is not working. A lot of radicals.
We should. All right, now we're enacting serfdom. Perfect. We're still
We're enacting serfdom.
abolished.
Abolishing.
Yes, no, we're unenacting serfdom.
6,4 Millionen Radikale, auch nicht schlecht.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
So what's our chance of serfdom abolished? There was 29%.
It's 29% now.
Now I
And,
appeared in
we have
front
a
of
very
it.
high chance of advanced debate. Basically, we have smashed the interest groups that opposed us. It only cost us a couple million people.
Nein,
Small price to pay for
das
progress.
ist nicht wahr.
I wonder if we
A
would
couple
want
of
the government
million,
just
it's-
the peasants were in government
No.
This is
and got
Quatsch.
rid of the monks, but no.
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 We should keep. Especially since both of those groups support abolishing
Also wenn ich jetzt diesen
serfdom.
Krieg gerade
Not
gesehen
touch
habe,
our
da waren
government.
maximal
Serfdom is
100.000
gone.
Tote.
Actually, no, they don't
No,
support
they
us
don't do it
anymore.
anymore.
They're now traditionalists.
But they don't. They're neutral.
Yeah.
So. it's
Yeah,
all
so I
right.
think the success rate was like 50% before we lost that particular leader, unfortunately.
Excellent. Unexcellent, but excellent.
Timo, natürlich interessiert den Spieler der Code nicht, aber glaube mir, ich habe jetzt mit allen gesprochen, die das Spiel gespielt haben, also mit vielen gesprochen, die das Spiel gespielt haben, nicht mit allen, auf der PDX-Konsole. Und es gab niemanden, der gesagt hat, das spielt sich wie Victoria 2. Es ist ein komplett anderes Spielgefühl. Und wenn du ein Victoria 2-Fan bist, entweder magst du die Richtung, in die das geht, oder eben nicht. Ist ja auch egal, brauchen wir uns nicht streiten. Aber es ist nun wirklich anders. Also das kann man schon mal sagen.
Because that's where it's got to be. We need to make Sapporo beer.
We do. And I guess we are going to want pot stills here. And if we want sugar, then we need sweetness.
Mach einfach nochmal Victoria 2 an, spiel es, dann wirst du es, glaube ich, sehen.
Can queue a few levels. I think we can also expand our furniture and textile mills.
Yes. We
can probably even set them back to auto expand now.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So there, and also, well, let's just maybe
and plantations that support them.
So that was
dye and
silk. Yes.
Maybe some coal mines. We can start. Actually, we're doing fine on iron right now, so let's not worry too much about that.
Yeah, I think that's more of a long-term goal.
Where are our trains, I wonder?
We haven't
Trains?
researched that yet.
We're very far from trains.
Not very far, but we are.
Well, I think we're very far from actually making a railway, even if we're not too far in terms of the tech.
We don't.
An economic prison. Yeah.
But we're gonna give you beer.
They don't like isolationism very much. I think we just need to accept that the peasants aren't going to like this.
Das können sie aber auch mal ändern, ne? Ach so, das. Ja, okay.
No,
na gut, sie machen jetzt erstmal die Leibeigenschaft. Das ist wahrscheinlich auch das größte ökonomische Hemmnis für Japan. Das ist nachvollziehbar.
Clippers. What is causing that?
Genau, wofür werden die Clipper gebraucht? Hä?
Whaling industries, but we didn't expand them, I think.
No, we didn't.
Are the shipping?
No, we still have 3 of them. We've always had 3 of them. Oh,
okay.
Right.
They
zu wenig Leute.
Right.
Die da arbeiten.
You know what happened? We conscripted people from the shipyards.
Aha.
And then they died in the war.
Das sind Wehrpflichtige, die gestorben sind.
Why aren't they making ships anymore?
Stop being dead. Come on.
Yeah, it's like all I hear is excuses.
Do we want more
Buddhist monks.
I guess.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Hold on. Oh, this is... Sorry, I thought the other one was for show.
No,
we don't really need the influence.
We don't really. Yeah, the monks are fine.
I mean, the most important thing is keeping the Shogunate IG below the threshold.
And it's at 0 right now.
Oh yeah, because they rebelled again.
They rebelled twice. Yeah.
Haha.
Yeah, and we can see the honorable restoration is ticking up.
Ja, aber es sind noch 9 Jahre oder sowas. Die werden sie wahrscheinlich jetzt nicht mehr schaffen in der Session.
Abolishing serfdom is going quite well. We've got a pretty good chance of passing.
Ich weiß nicht genau, wann Eisenschiffe am Start sind. Das dauert nicht so lange.
While we're waiting for that, maybe we shall just take a glance across the globe to see what's happening in the rest of the world.
Sure. It's the US-Mexican War, possibly.
Ah, cool.
No, it's a war to annex Comanche, but also the Americans. Yeah, also Mexico got involved in here as well.
Surprised. No, Mexico didn't.
No,
that's just the Comanche.
Ah, okay, I see. Right, a very small war then.
Yes.
It seems like the
Indianerkriege dort?
Company has annexed Oregon there.
That appears to have happened.
And they've also taken this area, which has Maritimes. Yes.
Yes, the Company Unification of Canada. That seems to be a thing.
Well, there's nothing stopping them, so long as they have a higher GDP than their neighbors, then they can annex them.
All right, neat.
Bread and blood. I wonder which is cheaper in our market. Let's see. Well, we don't. Oh, so we have emergency relief, and so that seems to have made things less bad than it could have been. 20% mortality is not nice.
Okay, Sie waren aber bei 50% Sterblichkeit. Ich glaube, das ist eine Verbesserung. Weiß nicht genau, ob ich das richtig verstanden habe.
44% chance to abolish serfdom.
Yeah, let's speed 5 for a bit.
Let's do it. I think we ought to build more buildings.
Yes, what else could we build?
I mean, we're not losing enough money, so obviously
we need silk. Wood. We need wood. We need wood very desperately.
And fabric.
Let's speed 3. Wood and fabric. So wood.
Aber sie bauen da was anderes, ne? Sie bauen da Lebensmittelindustrie oder sowas?
Yeah, just need to expand. Oh, I don't know where. here, here. We just need a lot of it, really.
Yep.
Yeah.
And let's get some more. We could switch our farms to intensive farming, because I think we're fine on grain.
Yeah.
No, sorry, not the farms. I meant the ranches. Get more fabric.
Ah, yes, of course. Right. So that's here, and then we want to do that. Ah, that'll help a lot. Yeah. Do we need more meat? Why not?
Yeah, I think meat was quite expensive.
This would be fine.
Yep.
And especially since we are actually going to use Shogunat.
How's the grain prices actually going to be influenced by this?
Great question. It seems like grain's cheap enough.
They're still alright. Good.
Yeah. In fact, it's so.
Okay, also ein paar Umstellungen, was die Produktionsmethoden betrifft, ein bisschen was anderes produzieren.
Well, I don't think it's so
Nicht nur
much
Reis.
to do with not employing people anymore, with people dying.
Yeah.
Das
Although it
ist,
probably doesn't hurt that we have
ich würde mal sagen, das Hauptding, was man bei Victoria 3 macht.
That's probably mostly
Well,
what's keeping the price of brewing
you're
down.
not gonna have them for much longer.
Yep.
70% ist
So, grain
Ökonomie
prices
anpassen.
definitely gonna go up.
Was wie ich
maybe
finde
we
viel
should
Spaß
even
macht.
consider.
Yeah, we would be producing quite a lot less grain nationally once that happens.
Ah,
I
okay.
think we need to get rid of those fig orchards. That's gonna.
Wenn sie Leibeigenschaft abschaffen, dann
That's where we need to build
geht die
more.
I
Reisproduktion
say
runter.
we leave the pig
Oder-
orchards alone for now until we actually abolish serfdom,
Okay.
and then we fix it.
Fair. But yeah, we have a lot queued now. Maybe we should get a little baby coal mine going up in Hokkaido or down in Kyushu as well. Just
Marius, ich kenne jetzt diese negativen Modifikatoren der Leibeigenschaft nicht so genau. Man hat sie vorhin gesehen, habe ich mir nicht gemerkt. Sie hat große Nachteile in bestimmten Punkten.
Oh wow, we have the condensing engine pump.
We do, though we're a long way from actually being able to use it effectively, I think.
Ja. Haben die eigentlich irgendwo Kohle? Müssten sie auch mal fördern langsam, ne?
So, likewise with railroads, for instance, like even if we only are 2 techs away, the amount of infrastructure, the amount of just new goods we would need to introduce to our market.
Zu der Frage, wie der Krieg organisiert ist. Nochmal, da geht es nicht darum, was in dem Zeitalter unbedingt im Vordergrund steht, sondern was sie für ein Spiel machen wollen. Und sie wollen ein Spiel machen, was sich nicht, das ist ausdrückliches Ziel, anders als alle Paradox-Spiele, nicht so sehr mit den externen Herausforderungen beschäftigt, sondern mit den internen. Das ist einfach ein komplett anderes Spiel. Leute, wer Krieg spielen will, hat 4 andere Paradox-Spiele. Das Spiel ist die ökonomische Entwicklung und politisch des eigenen Landes. Das ist halt das Spiel. Ich verstehe gar nicht, warum es so schlimm ist, einmal ein Spiel zu haben, was nicht den Krieg in den Vordergrund stellt. Gibt doch genug andere Spiele.
Another concern, I think, would be that
Lass doch den
a lot of machinists and
Volkswirten auch mal
engineers
ihr
and
Spiel.
qualifications are not something we're doing great on right now.
Should be doing a little bit better that to build some universities, but let's.
Yeah. But the universities aren't right
I think
here.
we'll want to have more tools as well. Let's put the
Yes.
tooling workshops back on all the auto expansion.
Where do we put those? We have to just be able to remember.
I think
where
they're
I put everything.
in.
There they are.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh,
Oh,
could
they're making crude tools. Let's put them on pig iron tools.
yeah.
Uh,
They'd make less money, but it's okay. That's a lot less money.
wood
Wood is expensive, though.
wood is way too expensive.
Well, we're fixing that, I guess.
At some point, we will be able to subsidize things. I'm just worried that if our tooling workshops stop working, our economy is gonna do badly. So, are they at least making a profit? Yes, they are. Okay, they're
A
making.
very small profit, yes.
Yeah, gonna be some lower. There's gonna be some
Also,
lean times in the.
Du kannst meines Erachtens das
right?
Spiel auch nicht richtig gut spielen mit
But you
Geschwindigkeit
do have
3.
significant cash reserves. So it'll take a while before they start down.
Ich persönlich
And we got
habe es immer so
advancements
gespielt,
on
dass
the
ich
separate
viel pausiert habe, aber
Ja.
eine Geschwindigkeit hochgestellt habe auf 4 oder 5,
Stop
so dass du dann
building for a
immer
while, and
anhältst
then
und
we
die
talk
Entscheidung
about how many
triffst
goods are
und
used
dann
to build
durchlaufen
things,
lässt,
and then
bis wieder was
things
Wichtiges
happen.
passiert.
Maybe wanna pop up the speed 4 to get things rolling before the stream ends.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of time left, so. But I mean, we're at least going on the way to our principal goal. Okay, we are egalitarianism. Now we might start. I don't think we'll see the trade unions pop up yet, but this also strengthens the petite bourgeoisie, like so. They might start becoming relevant.
Fakio, ich werde vielleicht so eine Art einmaligen oder Release-Stream machen,
Let's get some more
aber
social
ansonsten
specific,
wird
because we're so- okay,
Victoria
so
3
basically,
auf YouTube laufen.
we have more production text than we know what to do with. Or maybe military even.
Let's see. Yeah, we're doing okay here.
You know what we could get? We could get pharmaceuticals so that people stop dying.
Fletcherus,
and get the
inwieweit ich einen
healthcare.
Rollenspielansatz integrieren kann, weiß ich noch nicht genau.
It used to just directly impact your mortality, but now you have to
No.
actually invest in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't just
Aber wir können nach dem Stream noch ein paar Fragen beantworten. Gibt ja einigen Redebedarf, merke ich.
Well, you can, but it's not probably gonna help with mortality.
Wir konzentrieren uns nochmal auf den Rest, was sie uns hier zeigen. Oder
Here's
was wir
this new mercury thing we discovered.
Injection.
Let's try inject it.
What if we put coal directly into people's veins? Maybe they'll work harder.
You know what? We still have a clipper shortage.
How do we have a clipper shortage?
I think something is being bouncy.
Die müssen noch mal gucken.
Yeah,
Was-
because they should be recruiting, right? Yeah,
I
it's bouncing.
I think we have the issue going on here that they're staffing up, and then they're. So this is a little bit of an issue we have where, rather than the industry's reaching an equilibrium point, they're just. When it's going well, they staff up insanely fast, and when it's going badly, they staff down insanely fast.
Ja, ist ein bisschen.
Solved possibly by just downsizing it by one.
I think we can
Yeah,
probably
almost.
solve it by actually downsizing the whaling industries a bit, because I think what's happening here is that the two industries are crashing each other.
Right, yeah. One less whaling industry, I think, might do it.
Mhm. It is obviously not optimal. It's something we'll definitely
Die
be looking into
Wiederspielbarkeit ist
before
meines
they
Erachtens sehr,
can't
sehr hoch.
promise we'll have it 100% solved
Vielleicht
because it's complicated, but
höher
we'll
als
definitely
bei-
look into it. You would generally also
Mit Sicherheit
solve it by
höher als bei
subsidizing,
CK3, würde
but
ich sagen.
we cannot subsidize things. Because we don't have a degree in economics.
No, we don't. Only Paul has one of those. Right, so we wanted to downsize the whaling industry just a little
It also
bit.
looks like a bunch of the industries have stopped using advanced PMs, probably because they were under control of the rebels for a while.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Go
yeah.
back to the textile mills and such.
Ah, yes, right. Oh, yeah, let's do that anyway. Right, we're still using this, that's good. Dye works, I think we want leaded glass.
Do we have lead now?
ceramics. Yeah, we do.
Cool.
We think we built some mines up here somewhere.
We do crystal glass even? Or is that just
Ich meine, nett ist wirklich, dass man quasi auf
just
nationaler
take more
Ebene
lead,
die Produktion
much more lead than
umschalten
we
kann.
have.
Du brauchst nicht deine einzelnen
we could make
Fabriken
Yeah, it was-
babysitten.
Yeah, if we made like two
Let's
more
not
lines,
prioritize that.
okay.
We already... Glass is not something we desperately need right now.
But what to drink our beer from if we don't have glass?
No, we have glass. We have lead glass. So you drink your beer from your lead.
Makes it tastier.
Exactly.
Lead poisoning isn't real, it doesn't exist.
Pell
No
is,
real and it cannot hurt you.
Pell is suggesting that we let the fishing wharfs use our clippers.
We have fishing wharfs? I suppose we must have, yes. Oh, they're
Die
removed.
könnten einfach mal nachgucken, wohin
I mean,
die
we had a
Clipper
shortage.
eigentlich verkauft werden.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's fine now.
Dann würden sie es auch
How are you
sehen.
doing?
Badly.
Well, they seem stable at least.
No, they're not. Well, they're making 1.1, so probably people are gonna start leaving because of terrible wages.
Hmm.
Yeah, we kind of have a chronic issue of the fabric being expensive and wood being expensive. I know we're working on it, but
Yeah.
yeah. So let's leave it alone for now, and hopefully it should sort itself out once we get more wood and more cotton.
Yeah, the economy always just sorts itself out.
Precisely. Can we increase our education now? Because we did that a while ago and then we sort of forgot about it.
Ah, yes.
Oh
let's do
ja,
that.
das ist
We
wichtig.
even actually have the bureaucracy to afford it.
Cool.
Nice. We could also increase law enforcement, but that would actually empower the Shogunat. It's not.
Do we have any turmoil? I don't think we do right now.
Turmoil. We had some turmoil. Yes, we do.
We do have. Okay,
In these
'cause
former revolutionary states, yes.
Yeah.
Mm,
Let's-
that's not good.
it's irritating, but it's not. It's the lower. It's the lowest level of penalties.
Violent suppression.
We
though.
could violently suppress them. Let's do it.
Okay, interessant. Habe ich auch noch nicht
It's
gemacht
a
oder
little
gesehen.
violent suppression.
That's a treat. We almost have a law enactment. Is it gonna be a success?
We have failed like
Die radikale Bevölkerung ist,
coin flips now.
solange
Ja.
sie nicht...
Well, at least in advance.
Oh no, it's a new Fort Siege. It's gonna go up to 99% before it succeeds.
Okay, ja, sie haben Pech gehabt eben mit den 60%.
Well, at least
Hat
now we're
wieder
at the
nicht
point where it
geklappt.
can only either succeed or advance.
So what's controlling the ticks there? Like how can you affect how often?
Ja,
this
kann man.
thing-
Yes, you can by having authority, and we don't have a lot.
And
of
also
them.
having high legitimacy.
Yes, yeah.
But and legitimacy is alright.
It's okay.
50 is
Yeah.
Alright.
Leute, lasst uns mal die Fragen hinterher beantworten, die ihr da habt.
Well, they're not strong enough
They're
yet.
not strong enough yet, but they will become strong enough once
God
all of
damn
this wears
Shogunat.
off. Yeah.
Can you
And the samurai back as well.
Can
Oh,
you
no.
not? This would, yes. If we had just not failed all those coin flips, this would have been a lot easier.
It would,
Ja, das
yes.
Oh Gott.
Sure,
Das
we
geht
could
auf. Oh
probably
mein
win
Gott,
more
die kriegen gleich
civil
eine
wars,
neue
but every
Revolution.
single time we'll lose a bunch of people. So eventually, it's like
Okay,
we'll have a major restoration, but no people left to be restored.
jetzt gibt's echt nochmal einen
Right,
Bürgerkrieg.
96,
Nee, bei den
97,
97.
I think as radicals grow, we're only going to get more. I think we need to prepare for the
99?
inevitability of this happening.
No, not for revolution.
Das war jetzt auch wirklich ein bisschen Pech, weil sie bei 60-70%
Right, do we fight
das Gesetz
this?
nicht
I think
durchbekommen
we
haben.
have to.
I think we have to. At this point, we just have to get rid of the goddamn serfdom.
We have to do this. Okay, here we go. Okay, no southern front this time. Let's mobilize everyone.
I'm starting to feel like maybe we should increase the timer as well on how long groups are suppressed after civil
Yeah,
wars.
it doesn't seem to be lasting all that
Doesn't
long.
seem very reasonable to have another civil war this soon.
Ja,
How many years
das stimmt.
passed since the
Das
last?
müsste noch balanciert werden. Es ist irgendwie unwahrscheinlich. Dass das zweimal hintereinander passiert, ist ja auch
Let's
nervig.
send our young men out to die again.
Ah,
Austria
Austria
has an
now has an interest.
Can you look
Österreich?
at their strategy?
Sure, let's have a look at Austria. Well, firstly, they're being
Is
their
that-
strategy is to be occupied by Britain, but also let's see.
Okay.
There we go.
Keine
Not sure what I want
Kolonialstrategie?
Oh, and looks like Schleswig is independent now,
Well, glorious last week.
whereas Denmark is still Prussian, as it should be.
Are they still their capital still there in Africa?
I expect so. Yeah, there we go. Danish Togo. it's not doing so well.
Oh, poor Danes.
Yes, poor Danes. Yeah, I have so much sympathy for the Danish people.
Hold on. Austria side. Oh, Austria
Wait,
sided
what's-
with us.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, they
Didn't
would
have to
not
give
have
them
been
anything.
doing that in the like latest build of the game because they're busy fighting Britain.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
yeah. They
right
seem-
now, the AI
they
is
should be
very.
preoccupied.
One of the biggest issues with the AI in this build is their tendency to go very hard in diplomatic plays and set themselves on fire.
Okay, also das haben sie schon angepasst.
I wonder
Aber
if any
da
Austrians
merkt
were
man,
actually
da
on
haben wir noch die
fronts
Schwäche
before the war
der
ends.
Version.
Skeptical, but we'll
Das ist
see.
das, was das
Are they
KI-Balancing
sending
betrifft,
anybody?
ist
They
noch
don't
nicht so
even seem to be
optimal.
sending anybody to the front.
But they're on the front.
Austrians?
Oh, the Austrians, you mean? I thought you meant the enemy.
No. The enemy does indeed have something. Yeah, let's open up a second front over there.
Yeah.
This is not difficult.
No. Maybe we should even
Offensichtlich.
consider having an alternative path to completing honorable restoration of just beating the Shogunate in a civil war. Because honestly, it feels like if you smash them to that point, you should
Yes.
just be ending them.
Yeah, I.
Ah,
agree with
interessant.
So yeah, let's when we're done, let's write a little Euro ticket to do that. It should be pretty easy.
that. Yeah, it should. That's like a 10-minute. Yes, we did it! Finally!
Wow.
No more serfdom.
Okay, now maybe we can
Yes.
get rid of traditionalism. Who would support this? Oh, this is not going to have much support at all.
Well,
Hmm.
who supports interventionism? I guess it's only.
It's just the industrialists.
Yes, we're also
Hmm.
pretty much running out of time. I mean, even agrarianism is a step forward, and we can always reform from agrarianism later. So
It is. Is there anything else we could do to more directly
Ja, Breeblebox, das hat sicher was mit
disempower
Japan
the
zu tun.
Shogunates
Also
long
wenn,
term?
wenn du dann
Professional
irgendwann die
Professional
Restauration
Army.
gestartet
Yeah.
hast,
gives them a lot of power.
dann
Oh, yeah.
snowballt das Ganze.
Probably bringing the samurai back in from
Das ist halt jetzt wirklich ein sehr spezieller
Ja,
Spielstart
Samurai
gewesen. Das
and
muss man
Oh, they're
bedenken.
marginalized.
For now.
Oh, the peasants. Yeah, let's bring in the peasants. I think we're gonna want the peasants in our government.
Yes, peasant government. Let's do that right away. So I don't think we need the monks anymore, but the peasants.
Genau,
yes.
Ziffer dran schreibt
That's not great.
What if we put the monks back
34.
and the intelligentsia?
is-
All three.
All three.
Uh,
Wie sich das berechnet,
gives us the
ist
best
mir auch nicht
combo?
ganz klar.
25.
Die
This, I
Legitimität.
think.
okay.
Although it's
aufgrund
not
der
great that we have to
Zusammensetzung.
exclude the intelligentsia,
No, but they'll live.
You also continue to bolster the intelligentsia, even though they're
That's
out of
fine.
the money.
That's fine.
I mean,
still want
we
them to be
generally
powerful.
they don't, as long as they're not opposed to the things we want, it's fine if they're powerful.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to be doing anything that angers the intelligentsia.
We're also gonna be out of time in a couple of minutes, so one
5
way or
minutes.
another.
Was heißt, Japan ist nicht so interessant? Also, Japan ist halt interessant für eine bestimmte Form der
Yeah,
Herausforderung.
4 minutes to go.
Muss ja nicht
no more gold
jedes
fields in
Land
Hokkaido. That
genauso
is not
schnell
going to help
funktionieren,
us
was Reformen geht. Das ist doch,
Yep, that is
das ist doch
certainly
schön an dem Spiel, wenn jedes Land oder
Well,
viele
there we
Länder
go,
sich
we
sehr
won
unterschiedlich
again.
spielen. Also ich würde es nicht als Nachteil beschreiben.
This law might take a
Verstehe ich
while,
nicht den Ansatz, dass alles irgendwie schnell gehen muss, überall. Oder gleich schnell.
Did Italy just form?
Oh, it very well might have. And also we found more gold in Hokkaido.
Okay.
Almost immediately. Spread the
Well,
word.
that's good. Oh
There we
wow!
go.
Hello, Italy.
Nice.
I guess that's what the fight was all about.
Yeah, and it seems like it's the Sicilians who
Again.
have unified. Yes.
Oh, das ging allerdings schnell. Italien ist da. Nicht schlecht.
The AI loves not fixing that border until very late. They do eventually get around to it, but sometimes, for some reason, they just like California more.
The US also struggles a bit with natural militia. It's one of the things I'll be looking into this week, because it's the problem of they don't need a lot of arms industries to support their their main army, but need a lot to support their conscripts. So
Ja, hier wirst du
they
Irland
need
nicht
some
spielen können.
special logic there. Oh wow!
Interesting.
Was haben wir
What's
da?
going on here?
The Raj against the company. Huh.
Ah, die East India Company hat Probleme.
Interesting. Oh, well, they surrendered?
I think so.
Hatte Probleme. Ja, man kann mit Sicherheit Vasallen entlassen, beziehungsweise du kannst ja auch Vasallen spielen.
Although we don't actually have any laws that would allow us to do healthcare right now.
No. And either way, we are almost out of time, so
Yes, we are.
let's just focus on wrapping up. I think we can actually just sort of pause and take some final questions or end things if
Okay.
we have anything, Björn.
Yeah, well, some people are a little bit questioning about the whole, your government setup there. That it was a little bit throwing in and out without
Yes.
repercussions.
No, so there are repercussions for it. I think
Radicals.
yes, you get radicals, but I think currently they're not strong enough. Yeah, the effects of throwing people in and out of government exist, but I was actually thinking that myself, and it's been something we've been trying to get. Because at one point it was incredibly strong, and then we weakened it, and then it's tricky to find the correct balance. But there is a
Das
consequence to doing
Wechseln
it.
innerhalb der Regierung.
One thing we also
Fand
talked
ich jetzt
about
auch ein
is that
bisschen
you
zu
surely
krass.
be locked to your government for a certain amount of time, so you can't just be like, oh, you're the government, and you're the government now, and now you're the government. Low legitimacy is also something that's going to get harsher penalties before release.
Yep. So there you have it. Shall we scroll up for more questions?
Also worth noting that despite the fact that we did change the government quite often, it didn't help us that much in passing the laws we wanted.
No.
No, exactly. Like as Martin mentioned, the whole legitimacy system will make it much harder to pass the laws.
And ultimately, we're gonna try to get all the balance issues sorted out, but it's a big, complicated game. Everything affects everything,
Yeah.
and hopefully we'll get a lot of this sorted out before release. But either way, I had a lot of fun.
Me too.
Yep. See if there
All
we
right.
got any last minute questions.
Very
here.
last question then.
What kinds of decisions are available? I saw a tab when you looked at the journal.
Yes. Oh, for Japan,
Ah,
actually
hier sind die
has, a
Expedition.
unique one. Adopt state Shinto, and if we went further down the honorable restoration journal entries, we would be able to have Shinto as our state religion.
Indeed. And I think we have to end it here.
Yeah.
Because I have a train to catch.
Yeah, that was all the time we had, and there I am. So yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out with us, and obviously we've been showing Victoria 3. You can pre-order it now on Steam. Release date is 25th of October. And yeah, we will be playing a very hot code build today, so there has been some small things that you can expect to be fixed or changed. Maybe already in 2 weeks when we show the game again. So
In 2 Wochen nächster
Daniel,
Stream.
thank you for being here with us today, and Martin as well, although you will be here next time as well. So any closing remarks from any of you?
I think all the people we killed are better off for it.
I think so as well. Also, if I have a regret, it's that we didn't tax green.
I know, right?
Yes.
I think that's...
I would have solved all of our problems.
Das war so
Every one
ein
of them.
Running
Every
Gag
one.
auf der PDX.
All right. Thank you, everyone. It was lovely. I had a great time, and see you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, see you
Goodbye.
guys.
Goodbye.